What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TD PHINS TALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Yes, I know it's a little late at night. It's 9:30, about to be 9:30. But yeah, man, yesterday there was some unfortunate news for the Miami Dolphins, and it sucks because it was followed right behind some great news that Jordan Brooks got paid and got his money. But the Dolphins did come out and let everybody know that they listed Chris Bell on the active, physically unable to perform list. But there's a wrong perception about him being on the active, physically unable to perform list. A lot of people are like, yep, we expected this. He's out for the season. That's not necessarily what it means. Now, I'm not saying he won't be out for the season, but we don't know that. When you get on the active, physically unable to perform list at this time of year, what's basically happening is just saying you're not ready to participate in training camp. But you can come off of that list at any time during training camp. They can make you active at any time during training camp. Now, if he misses all of training camp, when they get down to the 53-man roster, they would need to either make him active or place him on the PUP list, which he would not be able to return until week 4 of the season. Now, we don't know. I know a lot of people say he's been moving around, he's been active, but he's not really like going heavy. I don't know. We really don't know, okay? But it was unfortunate. You know, a lot of people, hey, you never know. He might show up to camp. I was one of those individuals, but that's not the case. He's not ready to participate in camp, but we'll keep our eye on the situation to see if he actually comes off of that. But what you all need to know is he is eligible, okay? He is eligible to come off of it anytime during training camp. Yes, Chris Bell. Did I say something else? Who did I say? I didn't say Chris Bell. Who did I say? I see y'all in the chat saying Chris Bell, Chris Bell, Chris Bell. Who did I say? Who did I screw up and say? Because obviously I said the wrong name for y'all to be correcting me like this. So let me know in the chat who I actually said. I didn't catch it. I said nobody. I didn't say who it was. Yes, Chris Bell. All right. So for those who don't know who I'm talking about, it's Chris Bell who was put on the list. So it is unfortunate, but it's okay. He still can play this year. We don't know. This is not a end of season sentence like everybody's out here making it seem like. But I agree with a lot of people. You know, let's play it by ear. It's no need to rush him back. But even though that's some unfortunate news, there was some positive news that just came out today, this evening. The top 10 rookies at the wide receiver group, Caleb Douglas made the list. He was number 10, the last one on the top 10. But Caleb Douglas did make the top 10 wide receiver rookies going into this season. So hopefully he lives up to that. Hopefully he becomes a top 10 rookie. That would be, no, I don't want him to be a top 10 rookie. I want him to be a top 5 rookie. Top 5 rookie, we got something. Hey, all of them could ball out. We don't know. But that would be pretty nice for him to be a top 10. But if he could be top 5. And you know, it's funny because Caleb Douglas is the guy that nobody's talking about because they don't care to talk about him. It's almost like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he can do. He got the skill. I know y'all going to get tired of me talking about guys who got the skill sets. But he does. He runs a sub 4.4. He's tall. He he got hands on 50-50 balls. He goes up and snatches them. Now within the possession realm of the field, you know, he got to work on not dropping the football. But when it comes to the 50-50 on the sideline, he's pretty dope, man. He's pretty good. And that's what we're pretty much going to be using him for. Everybody's speculating, I don't think they wanted him. Why would they draft him before Chris Bell? That tells me that's not who they wanted. No. John Eric Sullivan was playing chess. Y'all get that out of y'all mind. I think people who think that are just totally wrong. I think they're totally wrong. He was playing chess. I think John Eric Sullivan knew he could get Chris Bell where he got him because of the injury, knowing that he has a chance to not be able to play his rookie season. That drops your value mightily. You get a whole year and pretty much probably getting paid. You get a whole year to do nothing. It drops your value in the draft. And I think John Eric Sullivan knew he can get him in a later round. I know that they value Chris Bell higher than Caleb Douglas, but they knew they could get Chris Bell later. And they took their swing on Caleb Douglas where they did. And I thought that, honestly, it was right where he needed to get drafted. He has the skill set. We're going for a particular type of receiver when we selected Caleb Douglas. He fits the mold to what they want to do on off. See, they kind of told you what they want to do on offense, man. They bulked up the O-line, got blocking tight ends, run the football, play action, get that going. And guess what? We want to take shots one-on-one down the field with guys like Caleb Douglas, with guys like, Tutu and these guys, giving them opportunity. But Caleb Douglas, he got a chance, man, to put up maybe like 700 to 900 yards this year. I know people like, come on, bro, you tripping. Maybe 400, maybe 5 if he do good. No, man, he going to be the deep threat. He going to be the guy streaking down the sidelines, running routes down the sideline when they get one-on-one coverage. How are they going to get one-on-one coverage? Let me tell you how. There's 2 ways they're going to get one-on-one coverage. Number one, he's a rookie that nobody respects. So they'll shade the coverage away from him and let a corner be on an island and say, man, take care of that guy. So he going to get shots down the field one-on-one. That's number one. He's got to earn his respect. So at least I feel like his skill set, they're going to give him the opportunity to earn it. Number two, we're going to run the heck out of the football. If y'all don't think the Dolphins going to see a lot of single high early in the season, y'all crazy. Just like a lot of y'all are doubting the Dolphins because the receivers and all of that, what you think DC is going to do? Defensive coordinators. They don't really have a threat on the outside that we need to worry about. That's what defensive coordinators going to think too. These young receivers and these other guys that we brought in, the veterans like Tutu and Tolbert and those guys, they going to get some shots one-on-one. And we got to earn the right for them to say, all right, maybe we need to play a little bit of cover 2, cover 3 now. We pressed our luck and maybe they got a little something here. We got to earn that. So the only thing I care about is the fact that I know we're going to get the opportunity to earn it. Whether or not they earn it, that's up to them. But having the opportunity, I'm excited to see what these guys do with it. I'm excited about it. And again, the other reason is we're going to run the heck out of the football, man. Every DC going to come in, let's shut the run game down, and we should have a good day on defense. That's what every DC, at least early in the season, is going to say. That's what everyone's going to say. Every DC. They're going to look up and they're going to say, yeah, let's shut down HN in this run game and contain Malik. Let's put 7 and 8 in the box. Let's keep it in the box. Let's make sure that they don't get off and HN kills us. And this is why guys like Caleb Douglas, they're going to get a prime opportunity to be able to thrive in this offense if they can show up and shock us all and actually produce. But again, it's like if I go to the Kansas City Chiefs or I go to the Bills or I go here, there, if you go to certain teams, you're not going to get that opportunity because they're going to respect your team. They're going to respect everything about the offense. You go to a team that already got receivers, they're going to respect it. They're not going to come out there in no single high. They're going to give you the respect. We can benefit from the lack of respect early on in the league. And we got to take advantage of it. Shout out to Prize Picks, official sponsor of TD Phins Talk this season. I put me in a little in progress little ticket just now. One of my guys already hit. I literally put it in right before the stream. This is MLB Live. So what that means is you can also put in tickets even when the game's already started. All right, so I put this one in. One of them already hit within the last 5 minutes, and hopefully the other 2 hit. It's live right now. Just a little quick $5 to get $17.50. But guess what? If you go on and you use the link and sign up for Prize Picks and you play $5, if you win your first $5 ticket, you're going to get $150. Take advantage of that opportunity with Prize Picks, official sponsor of the channel. It's available in so many states. Make sure that you check it out. Make sure it's available in your state, Texas, New York, Florida, California, depending on the game. See if you are in a state where you can actually play, all right? But make sure you play responsibly. Have fun with it and enjoy yourself. Prize Picks, the proud sponsor of the channel, ladies and gentlemen. All right, man. But yeah, man, that's where I'm at with it. I feel good about it. Yeah, Chris Bell, no need to rush him back, but if he is ready to go and we're having some success, add him to the fray, baby. So we'll keep an eye on that situation. We'll see if he's getting closer and closer to maybe practicing, but it is not an end of the season sentence. It could end up turning into he's not playing this year, but right now that designation does not mean he's not playing this year. Okay, a lot of people out here giving that perception. That is not what it means. During training camp, he can come off of that designation any time. Okay. A better indication is if they switch him to the PUP before the season starts. All right. I want to give a quick shout out to Sabrina Collier, a loyal subscriber of the channel. She donated to the training camp fund, said 4-year trip. God bless you and your family. Thank you so much, Sabrina. And thank you so much for watching on a regular basis. I appreciate the love and support you sending my way, helping me out in that way. Shout out also to KB. He just replied, Dolphins with a heart. I appreciate you. Alex Adams also donated, said we still got Brooks. Good cooking today. All right, man. This was from yesterday. I appreciate that. All right. Alex also dropped a 50 piece on the channel yesterday as well. Said training camp fun. Thank you so much, everybody who's donating for me to go to training camp and try, if we get enough, to go to Washington. I appreciate you showing love to the channel. I do this independently. I'm not backed by a network or anything like that, even though I actually am a co-founder of a sports network. This is my private personal channel, TD PHINS Talk. So thank you for all those who support what I do. I appreciate the love and support. If you want to help out with training camp, the Cash App, $TD PHINS Talk, is at the bottom of the screen going across on the ticker. You can always show your love that way, all right? All right, man. I wanted to, because I'm not going to be too long tonight, but I do want to get into a few of these questions that you guys asked me about 3 days ago when I wrote them all down and said I'll start handling them. One of the questions that came through was, is Quinn a QB with possibility of being better than Willis? Okay, yes, Quinn Ewers is a QB who has the possibility of being better than Willis. I don't think he ever will be better than Malik Willis, but we got to see Malik Willis on the field first. All this hype, all this me believing because he got the skill sets. What if he go out there and can't put it together and he sucks? Let me tell y'all something. By week 8, if Malik Willis ain't turning eyes and making us feel like, this is, I'm liking what I see. If he ain't doing that at a minimum, I think the coaching staff need to go ahead and give Quinn Ewers a try. Like, if we're losing, say we're like 2-6 or worse, 3-5, not yet, but 2-6 or worse, and Malik's not looking like he ain't got to look like a franchise quarterback yet, but he ain't looking like he still got a possibility to be one. You got to let Quinn Ewers play the second half of the season to give him a fair opportunity to show you as well, because he was a rookie last year. He should be able to get the same fair opportunity to show his improvements and that he could be a franchise quarterback as well. But it's Malik's job to lose. It's up to Malik to give him that opportunity. And Malik has to do all he can to never give Quinn Ewers that opportunity, whether it's staying healthy or his play on the field. But if that opportunity presents itself, or it looks like we're not going to have a successful season, John Eric Sullivan got to call down to Jeff Hafley and say, I need to see Quinn. I need these 8-9 games out of Quinn. I'm going to see what I got. and then we'll find out. So anything's possible. He could be better than Malik. I don't think he ever would be. I think he would always be in his shadow from a skill set. But Quinn Ewers does have some talent. And him as well. Can he put it all together to become a franchise quarterback? But what I will tell you is this. No matter what happens with Malik Willis, especially if he was to get hurt, I wouldn't feel bad about Quinn Ewers coming in and being the backup while Malik is out. I would be just as excited to see his development and where he is now with his game. Like, a lot of people would disagree with this, but I feel really good about our quarterback room right now with Malik Willis and Quinn Ewers. Two guys that could blossom even further than they already have and prove something to the entire league. And again, Malik Willis ain't proved nothing yet, like y'all love reminding me. So he has immense upside. Quinn Ewers was a rookie last year. So for those who want to write him off, it's quite unfair. It's really unfair. So I think this is a good thing for the Miami Dolphins, and I think we're in a great position. Shout out to Jonathan Wilkerson, said Prime X or Prime Madison with the donation. I appreciate the dono in the Cash App, Jonathan. Prime X or Prime Madison. Ooh. I think you just put me on the spot, and I don't like that. I don't like that one. Prime X or Prime Madison? Prime X or Prime Madison? I have my answer already, but I got to qualify my answer before I answer it. So what's being asked is X or Madison in their prime. I'm going to give my answer, but every time I want to say it, it makes me think of the career and it makes me want to change it. But you're just talking about in their prime. I got to go with X because I got to take them turnovers. I got to take that baiting and that ball hawking. I got to take I got to take X. I got to take X in a prime. Madison, I feel, just was good overall, consistently longer term. And I would take, okay, let me ask y'all a question, because I think a lot of people would agree with X when we say a prime, but whose career would you take? That's the better question. Whose career, not just prime, whose career would you take? X or Madison? Y'all let me know what y'all think about that question. Y'all let me know in the chat. Whose career would you take? X or Madison? Not prime, career. I don't know. Something about that just makes me feel like it gets a little closer now, and somebody might have lost a spot, or maybe they didn't. It can get tough. That's the harder question. Career? Tough. See, the prime of X was better, but Madison's overall, but the prime was better, and that got a way into the overall. Oh, that's tough. And I'm going to be honest with you, since you didn't ask me that question, I'm not going to answer it. I answered your question, Jonathan, but which one's career would I take? I'm not even going to answer because I don't know. I would really probably have to think about that. Some people in the chat make some good cases. Like, they making good cases for it to be X, because Madison, yeah, somebody made a great point. Madison had Pat. He had Surtain. So, but that's why I act like X didn't have Byron Jones for a little bit there. Who else did he have Nick Needham when Nick Needham was playing pretty solid? Well, I ain't gonna put Nick Needham in this conversation. What am I doing? Yeah, so I don't know. It's a tough one. Though. All right. Shout out to my Facebook crew over here watching as well. Adam, Doherty, and Sean Keeter is watching on Facebook right now. We be live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time, all right? I urge y'all, come over to YouTube. This is where the party is, all right? And if you're on YouTube, follow me on Facebook as well. TD PHINS TALK. We got our own page, all right? Both Pat and Madison made themselves. Yeah, I guess. Shout out to Miss Relentless in the building. How you doing, sis? I see you. I'm good. Yeah, he had Byron Jones, but X was still the number one corner on the Fins. Willis 2-2 Atwell combo. We'll see, Sean. You know, 2-2 is, man, there's a lot of guys on this team right now that we don't really talk about, but they can really have a breakout season. There's guys that can have a breakout season. But it's all going to depend. It's going to depend, man. These guys got to show up. They just got to have to shock everybody and perform. They got to do their job, and they got to do it well, man. It's that simple, all right? The family good, Sean. Thank you, man. I see you sharing the videos and stuff too, bro. Thank you so much, all right? But, yeah, but hopefully that answers the Quinn Ewers question too, though. All right, let me see. What else did y'all ask me, okay? Cass Merrick establishing himself by end of season. I'm really gaudy on Will Kacmarek. See, it's guys like Will Kacmarek who is going to have to play a massive role for the Miami Dolphins this year. But he has the possibility of playing a massive role. Like, he could be one of the saving graces that we didn't see coming. Like, there's like 3 players on the team that could be a saving grace, but it's actually set up for him to be that. Will Kacmarek is one of them. He's probably number 1. Tight end in the mid-round. Nobody talking about, no need to mention, but given the room, he's definitely going to get playing time, right? Because tight ends, you need to go about 3 deep. You run 22 personnels. You're going to go 3 deep on tight ends. So your top 2 are really going to get some action. You'll have a primary guy, everybody assuming is Greg Dulcich. But in this type of system, in this type of offense, where it's equal opportunity employer, that's why tight ends eat very well in these offenses. You know how I told y'all, the Patrick Mahomes and them ain't had 1,000-yard receiver. They spread the ball out. Tyreek Hill was disgruntled about it. That's why he got traded and all of that. What's one of their strongest positions since? Tight end, because when you spread it out, that's a big target. He's usually not man coveraged on. You know, it's like, even when it's zone coverage, on the outside, wide receivers got a man with them for at least the first 2 seconds. Even if it's a corner backing up and letting them pass him because he out of his zone, it's a man on him. The tight end position they usually get free releases. And in an equal opportunity system where the quarterback's looking down the middle of the field to start out before they move left and right, tight ends eat. In Green Bay, tight ends eat. Kansas City, tight ends eat. Even in Buffalo, they always want their tight ends. So that's how I mean, think about Baltimore when they didn't have 1,000-yard receivers, so they got Zay Flowers. Their tight ends usually eat. They always focusing on the tight end. It's like a big part of their offense. Like, literally, tight end's going to automatically get a 30% chunk of the targets. That's how it works. So he's going to get vast opportunity. Plus, the whole league is going to underrate him, a rookie in the mid-rounds. And one of the most beautiful parts is his biggest strength coming out of college was blocking. So you ain't got to worry about a Mike Gesicki situation. When he on the field, he only a pass threat. Mike Gesicki can't block. If they run, we're going to win that anyway. So we don't have to really worry about that. We can just do it straight up. Will Kacmarek, that ain't the case. He's known for blocking. That's a strength of his. And here's the most important piece of it. A strength of his is catching the football too. We just act like it ain't a strength because the volume was low, because the production was low. I mean, he wasn't in a system where they needed to throw the ball to him a lot. They didn't operate that way. But when he did get the opportunity to catch the football the few times in the system, he had a really good percentage, a good clip. You increase that volume. That's why when you draft a tight end, most of the tight ends you draft, nobody know about them. Everybody knew about Kyle Pitts. Truth be told, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, it felt like it took a long time for him to start cooking, and I don't know if he technically really cooking. I mean, he had some good moments starting to, but it took a long time. Sometimes a lot of these top tight ends, it's hit or miss. And it's miss a lot. And it be those mid-round tight ends that end up being some of the best ones. Sometimes it's just how it works. Sometimes. I think that he's setting himself up. I mean, not him, but he'll be set up to succeed. Well, let me see where Custimize was drafted again. I forgot what pick. Let me see. Yeah, 87th overall, man. You know, Travis Kelce was drafted 63rd overall. 63rd overall. Will Custimize, 3rd round, 87th. It be those guys. Good blockers, increase the volume, and he'll produce. So yeah, man, I think he's going to establish himself by the end of the season. I think he's gonna make a name for himself by week 7, if you ask me. And he might even end up being him and Dosich. They might end up being Malik Willis's one of his best friends on that field. The way he operates might end up being one of his best friends. So, yeah, man, I think Will Custimize is going to establish himself this season as a threat and a reliable source. But here's the beautiful thing I love about offenses like this. Guys like Will Custimize won't establish themselves as an all-pro. They'll establish themselves as a top 10 tight end, and it might be like 8th, and it'll be a low-key 8th. Why? Because he low-key one of the best blockers in the league, while the best tight end's getting 1,000 yards, he's getting 7. But he has a higher completion percentage than most of them. But he's getting 700 yards, but probably better blocker than all of them. Remember, you want to build a team of impactful players, not guys who just put up stats. You want them to make an impact. See, I'll take a 750-yard tight end who's a top 3 blocker at the position in the NFL over a 1,200-yard tight end who is an average blocker. I'll take that any day of the week because my run game going to be better and my play action going to be better as a result of my run game going to be better. So, and other guys get to eat more. I'll take that any day of the week. See, what a lot of people don't realize is, look how they attack the draft. It's all about the run game this year. You establish that, everybody else is going to open up. All these no-name guys that y'all disrespecting, they're going to open up. It's all about the run game. So I feel like John Eric Sullivan, this is why I keep saying he cooking. Is because I feel like he automatically went into the draft and said, what's going to give us the biggest bang for our buck right now, even though it's not a complete team? What's going to give us the biggest bang for our buck? You know what? First round, let's make our offensive line even better. Let's go 4 out of 5 guys. Let's go get 4 out of 5 guys. Patrick Paul, we believe in him. Let's go get Caden Proctor. First round pick, we got to believe in him right now. That makes me feel good that he's going to be all right. And he's not even at the tackle position that he's going to end up playing. So life should be easy, even easier at guard. He should be a dominant guard because he's really a tackle for us in the future. That's why he said in the interview, the reason why I'm putting him at guard and I ain't just kicking him out to tackle, because I want to make sure that he has a career that he does nothing but succeed. And they know a rookie at tackle, he might hold his own, but there's still a chance of learning curves. This ain't an easy league with them big boys off the edge. Myles Garrett and all of them. But you put him in at guard, this is like easy street for him. This is easy street for him. I get the defensive tackles and defensive ends that got a stunt to get to me. Oh, I ain't got to worry about getting beat off the edge or nothing like that. I get to just focus on power, being sound, and fighting guys to introduce myself in the league. And I got that. That's me. The real struggle on the edge at tackle is getting beat. That first step of the defensive end beating you, that's the biggest issue. Unless you're just sorry and you're getting bullied. But Caden Proctor ain't no guy that's going to get bullied. He ain't got this. Even the physical stature ain't going to get bullied. I think we all know that. He ain't even got the build to get bullied. Jonah is literally a tackle. He look like he can get bullied. Caden Proctor don't look like one of them guys that can get bullied. So put him inside, give him a cakework rookie season. Who else we did that with? We did that with, was it, I don't know, was it Laramie Tunsil? Who was that? What was that tackle we drafted high in the draft, but they played guard the first year? Who was that again? Was it Tunsil? I don't remember. Did Tunsil play guard his rookie year? Y'all let me know in the chat. It's just skipping my mind. I think it was him. Let me know in the comment section, because I know y'all Dolphin gurus. Y'all help me with this stuff sometimes. I be knowing, but sometimes some things I be forgetting. But I remember, who was it? Y'all let me know in the chat, because I want to make sure I know who I'm talking about right now. But it was one of our really good tackles. He played guard his rookie year. Yeah, okay. Thank y'all for confirming. I know what I'm talking about. Same thing, man. And he played great at guard, and they kicked him out at tackle. He was even more confident because he got a cakework rookie year, and he got to learn a lot of that stuff. He knew what to expect when he got kicked out because he was at guard dealing with the stunts and stuff that they do. Okay, so what did John Eric Sullivan do? We going to get the biggest bang for our buck. I ain't going for no Reuben Bain. We going to go for Reuben Bain, and the O-line still going to suck. You got to put up points in this league, man. We going to go get Reuben Bain, and the O-line going to suck? Nah, I'm going to hit him with the right pieces here. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for broke on one side. That's what he did. First round, Caden Proctor. I got 4 out of 5 offensive linemen. That's all you can ask for. Truth be told, most leagues ain't even got 3 great offensive linemen. Most leagues ain't even got 3 offensive linemen that's above average or better. We got 4 offensive linemen that's above average or better. Patrick Paul, Caden Proctor, Aaron Brewer, and Austin Jackson is above average. Austin Jackson technically good. He just ain't dominant. He's good, though. So he's better than above average. So we got more than 32. There's 32 teams in the league. Our O-line, and they're not going to grade it this way because Caden Proctor is unproven, but our O-line is better than 24 teams in the league right now. Our O-line is better than 24 teams in the league. It's better than 24, and that's what a lot of y'all not recognizing. John Eric Sullivan said, you know what? We're one piece from having a top 10 O-line in the league. Let's go ahead and get it now. Why? Because we got a running back who's probably the best player on the team. Let's make sure he can do his job and do it well. We're not going to waste this. So not only that, I'm not going to go double up and get an O-lineman late in the first round. I got a high-profile one early. I'm not going to double up And I'm not going to go get an edge. If I'm going to get an edge in the draft, I'm going to get one in the top 10, and they're going to be dominant. Outside of that, I'm not going to get one right now. Let me touch the secondary because the value is better there because we have nothing. And they went and got Chris Johnson. Then they went and got Jacob Rodriguez because it was a shock that he was even there. They had to go best player available. Then you're looking at guys like Will Kasmerick. Let's get back to what we going to be doing this year. Let's go Will Kasmerick. Not only do I want 4 out of 5 above average, good offensive linemen, let's go get one of the best blocking tight ends who can catch the football, but can be sneaky good doing it. We ain't going to have no problem blocking. We ain't going to have no problem run blocking. And you know what? All right, we got Will Kasmerick. You know what? Let's actually finish out this offense. Let's round it out now. Let's round out the offense. Y'all ready? Give me the big body receiver. I need a big body young guy who's sub 4. We got the run game established. We got 4 offensive linemen, a blocking tight end. We like Greg Dulcich as well. We kind of nice and set with the running back in the backfield. I like both of these guys, but we got H-Hand. Let's finish the offense. We're too close. Let's go invest in a wide receiver. Let's go get a tall guy who can run a sub 4-4, Caleb Douglas. Let's double back. And then they go get Chris Bell. Come on, man. Come on. They went to go finish the offense, y'all. Caleb Douglas, then get Will Kasmerick for blocking. Then they went and said, oh, Chris Bell's still there. He may not play this year, but he might be our number 1 next year. Because what we're doing now is just trying to get some solid wide receivers who can catch the ball and make some plays. We ain't trying to find – we in the 3rd round. We ain't trying to find no Tyreek Hill. Let's be honest. But we can go get a really solid guy. Let's go find our Christian Watson. Let's go find our Christian Watson. And that's what they did. And I love it. They went and found their Christian Watson. And that's what they believe Caleb Douglas can be for them. And they already know they got another receiver who can come out and potentially, I'm not saying he is, we might have Deebo Samuels on the roster. It's just that he may not play until next year. We like where our offense is headed right now. So when we come into next year, if things go well enough where they just want to build onto this offense, you know what they're going to do in the draft, right? They're going to have a draft just like this one. They're going to have a draft just like this one. If we in the middle of the road and we pick in 12 through 16 again like that, they're going to draft another offensive lineman next year. They're going to draft another offensive lineman because Austin Jackson's going to be gone. And they're going to draft another offensive lineman. And it might be the best guard in the draft because Caden Proctor going to kick out. It's going to be Proctor and Paul. And then they're going to draft probably the number 1 guard in all of football coming out of the draft. And hopefully Jonah stepped up, but if not, they still right back to 4 really good offensive linemen. And when they get to the 2nd round, they probably going to go corner again or safety. They might go safety this time, or it'll still be corner. They're going to do the same thing again. Same thing. And as soon as they get to that 3rd round, they're going to get yet another wide receiver. And this time they'll probably get something like because we'll have multiple 3rd round picks. We always do. They'll get another wide receiver and they might get maybe another edge or something, a nice developmental piece that they like. But people are like, no, they're going to have to get a defensive end next year. We got money next year. Here's the scary thing about the defensive ends. You can invest in them, but really defensive ends are hit or miss. I don't even like drafting defensive ends in the first round. They're really hit or miss. No matter how good they were in college, they are hit and miss. Don't forget about Deion Jordan. They are hit and miss. If we got money next year, which we do got a little bit of money next year, you're going to hit free agency and try to get you a nice edge. Something that you know can show up because it's been proven in the league that what they can do against NFL competition. Next year in free agency, you go get an edge. You don't do that in a draft. You draft yet another offensive lineman next year in the first round. You get your edge in free agency and pay the money. That's what they gonna do. I'm telling y'all, that's the playbook. No matter how good or bad this year is. Now, there's only one person who can change all of that. That's Malik Willis. If he's trash, now we're in the quarterback business. But I want to warn y'all, man, be careful. If Malik don't work out, there's one person that nobody's talking about that could be available for a trade. There's one quarterback in the NFL that has a possibility of being available for a trade if he doesn't sign an extension soon. A lot of rumblings. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? The man who has a no trade clause. No. He has a no more franchise tag clause in his contract. He made sure they put that in there. Why do you think he did that? He knew that he might be gone. He has a no franchise tag. They are out of franchise tags. They've already done it multiple times. Lamar Jackson. He already turned down the first extension, and they are trying hard to get a deal done for him. If Lamar Jackson ain't got a deal done within the next month and he plays the full season and goes into next summer with no more guarantees on his contract, Baltimore might trade him because he would basically be telling them, I'm not going to resign. I'm going to enter free agency. Because this is something that doesn't happen with great quarterbacks. They never enter free agency and get to pick where they got to wait till they 40 and then they pick where they want to go. Not a young 30-something. It never happens in the NFL. Y'all know that, right? This never happens. It never happens. None of them are franchise tagged to where they have no more franchise tags. Most teams franchise tag you to use leverage to make you sign the extension because you don't want to play on the franchise tag. Why? Because if you get hurt on the franchise tag and you hit free agency, your value just went down. You go from a $65 million quarterback to a $40 million one just because of your injuries and you're getting older. But they don't have any more tags to use on him. And it just doesn't happen. And I think Lamar Jackson might end up the first quarterback in which could enter free agency and be out there deciding, like LeBron, the decision on where he's going. And if Malik Willis doesn't play well, Stephen Ross will move heaven and earth to get it done because he already tried to. And here's another point to that. I don't think it's ever going to happen, though, as far as him entering free agency. Because if Baltimore knows he doesn't sign a contract next offseason, they're not going to let him play next offseason. They're going to trade him next summer. If he turns down their contracts, if he don't get nothing done this year, and then when the season ends and they try to give him a deal and he says, nah, I'm straight, I'm going to play out this last year, Baltimore ain't going to pass up on 3 or 4 first-round picks. They're not going to pass up on multiple first-round picks and let him play a year and become a free agent. They're not going to let that happen. They're going to trade him. We got to get our picks now and try to draft us a young guy. So if Malik don't work out, that's a situation to look out for. I'm just saying. Could you imagine Miami saying, screw them picks? And let me tell you the hypocrisy for a lot of fans right now. If Lamar Jackson was in Miami right now with this current roster, people would not be talking about 2 games, 4 games, 6 games. They wouldn't. If Lamar Jackson was here with this same roster right now, nobody would be saying that. Because Lamar Jackson done took teams just like this to the playoffs. That's why I don't understand why y'all doubt Malik. He can be that good, but anyway. And could you imagine Lamar next year with a little, and we got a little bit of money? And we got a little bit of money. It's all possible, man. Y'all hit that like button. I see people coming in the building. Shout out to my Facebook family. I see them. I'm sure they've been watching the live stream as well. Again, I want to give a special shout out to Jonathan Wilkerson. Give a special shout out to Sabrina Collier. Special shout out to Alex Adams. A special shout out to KB and Alex Adams again. David Kravitz. I want to give you a shout out as well for blessing the Cash App for training camp. All right. Thank you so much, man. Scant Dollar said Arch Manning or CJ Carr. Here's the problem. It depends on where they're available in the draft. If Malik isn't good, where are those guys available? Because how good are we? How good are we? You know, what if Achane alone runs us into 7 wins? You know, man, that's what I want to say too. Achane alone ran us into 7 wins last year. Y'all act like we were getting great play and all kind of big time production in the passing game last year. Y'all think last year's passing game gonna be better than this one? It's gonna be the same at a minimum, even with no name receivers. Am I wrong? Y'all act like Waddle was going off every week or something. I want y'all to think about that. Am I off bases here? Am I off bases here? Y'all forgot Tua couldn't throw 35 yards last year. Like y'all forgot this? Screw the talent we had. Screw that the fact that Waddle was on the roster. It didn't matter. Tua could barely throw the ball. Talk about Waddle was a threat. For what? Tua could barely throw the football. Y'all forgot about that? Y'all looking at the names. Watch how good Waddle is this year. Waddle gonna get people to finally put respect back on his name. Watch how good Waddle this year. I bet you Waddle put up 1,300 plus this year. I bet you Waddle put up 1,300 plus this year. I bet you Waddle put up probably like 1,300 this year plus. Watch what happens. Y'all go see. Dang, I ain't even realized that. Waddle played and started 16 games last year. Was it, what game didn't he play? Was it the last one because the season was over? Let me see. Waddle played all 16 games last year. No Tyreek Hill. You would have thought that this was the go-off year. The man had 910 yards. That tell you all you need to know. Tua sucked. It don't matter that we had Waddle last year because your quarterback couldn't throw the ball. So if you really want to be honest about it, this why last year wide receiving core ain't no better than this year because the circumstance limited them last year. The circumstances straight up limited them. So, no. I mean, at a minimum, we'll probably put up the same production, man. At a minimum. Boy, oh boy. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me look at this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, Waddle just didn't play the last game of the season. So technically he played the whole year. He just didn't play. And technically he didn't play that game before. Let me see. Yeah, he just didn't play the last game of the season. It was over. Waddle had one game where he had over 100 yards last year. One game. And it makes me want to see what was his what was the biggest play? What was his longest play in that game? It was probably a big time play to make the numbers that. Yeah, man. 16 games. I want y'all to think about this. Jalen Waddle, 9-10, a number 5 overall pick, averaged 57 yards a game. 57 yards a game. Man, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Our wide receiving core ain't going to be no less this year. Not that this year we got more talent or the same talent. Last year, Waddle alone is more talent than what we got from what we know at least, right? But the way what happened last year, Tua could barely throw the ball and stuff. We ain't going to do no worse, y'all. We're not going to do any worse. Matter of fact, I need to look that up. How many passing yards did Tua have last year and Quinn Ewers? Tua last year, 2660. Let me go to Quinn Ewers. Because I don't think ain't no other quarterback play last year that I can remember. Quinn Ewers had 622. That's 3,282 yards. Everybody projecting that from Elite Willis. Oh, you know, if he can get 3,200, 33, 34, my projection is 36. But we produced 3,300 passing yards last year. Y'all don't think we're going to have 3,300 passing yards this year? Yes or no in the chat? Doug say I'm tripping. Okay, Doug Williams, are we going to have at least, even if it's at most, I don't care, are we going to reach 3,300 passing yards as a team this year? Yes or no? 3,300 passing yards as a team. Yes or no? I want everybody that I can get an answer from to answer that question. This is important for me right now. It's important. 3,300 yards. Yes or no in the chat. Will our passing game, I don't care who throwing it, will our passing game have more than 3,300 passing yards? Matter of fact, NFL lowest team passing yards 2025 season. Let's see. The New York Jets had the lowest passing yards at 2,800. 2,800. The Cleveland Browns was second at 3,152. And we know what they were dealing with. I think Dylan Gabriel had like 4 or 5 of them games. The Jets, we already know. Like, we played the Jets in New York, and I don't even know that quarterback name that ended up playing, that came in. The Vikings, J.J. McCarthy situation, 3208. Y'all mean to tell me Malik Willis ain't going to throw for more than J.J.? Man, Quinn Ewers going to throw more than J.J. McCarthy and them guys. The Tennessee Titans, who was terrible, 3241. Oh, look at this. This is interesting. The Baltimore Ravens, 3,300. Did y'all know that? The Baltimore Ravens last year. Wait, hold on. Baltimore Ravens. Hold on. Baltimore Ravens last year. What was their record? 8-9. 8-9. Is this the right year? 25-26. Yeah. The Baltimore Ravens were 8-9. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did the Colts or Baltimore go to the playoffs? Did the Ravens go to the playoffs? Or did the Colts make it? It must have been the Ravens. I got it right here. Let me see. January 4th. No, it had to be the Colts because their last game was January 4th, and that's regular season. They lost to the Steelers. Yep. They lost to the Steelers. So I think it was the Colts that got in. No, the Colts didn't get in. Who? What? Wait. Oh, only 7 teams. Why am I thinking 8? Only 7 teams get in. See, when they lost to the Steelers, they think that was probably that was for the division or something like that. Yeah, it was for the division because they would have been tied and the Ravens would have owned the tiebreaker and the Steelers won the division. 8-9, throwing 3,300 yards. Interesting. Couldn't win on the road. 8-9. Only 5 teams had less than 3,300 yards passing. Did we have another quarterback that played? Let me see. Dolphins passing yards 2025. Maybe I got my numbers wrong. No, 3,322. So somebody else threw the ball for 40 yards. Tua and Quinn Ewers threw for 3,282. There's another 40. Zach Wilson. Wait. Hold on. Zach Wilson wasn't on his team, right? Was Zach Wilson on their team last year? He was competing in camp. Him and Quinn Ewers. Wow, I forgot all about that. Zach Wilson. Tua threw for 2660. Quinn Ewers threw for 622. And Zach Wilson threw for 32 yards. Giving us 3,322 yards. Quinn Ewers must have got hurt. That's what that was. Quinn Ewers got hurt. Come on, y'all. Come on. This is crazy, man. We gonna be all right. Our wide receiving core gonna be just fine. We're gonna be fine. Telling y'all. Anywho, let me see. I'm probably gonna save some of these for next show tomorrow. We got a lot more to talk about, a lot y'all asked about, but I'm already past my hour mark. Yeah, I think that's a good stopping point for this evening. We got a good hour in. Go take me a shower, hang out with the wife, and then get me some sleep. But thank y'all once again for tuning in to TD Phins Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. To all those who show love in the Cash App for training camp, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. It means a lot to me because I'm trying to go to Washington. So if that happens, it'll be because of y'all. So CB, I see you, homie. CB say we cook, TD. Name, so you being negative now, bro? After several years of me trying to talk you off of that Tua ledge and how great we gonna be as a team, and you the main one, even if it's true, have some faith, and now you really have the audacity to come out here and say we cook, TD. The man who fought me every week to try to stay positive. CB, are you serious right now? What's going on out here, man? Everybody different people out here, man. What's going on, man? They say I'm different. CB out here, I'm calling them everybody out here different, man. He say we cook, man. What Tua gonna do in the ATL? See, you a Tua stand, man. That's all it is. We cooked, but now you worrying about Tua. Bro, let him go. Let him go. He gone now, man. I mean, did you forget what happened last year? Let the man go, man. The man, come on, man. Come on, CB. Come on, bro. Man had 2,600 yards in 14 games, bro. The man averaged 185. Let it go, bro. A non-mobile quarterback averaging 185? No, man. That's bad. Sub 200 is for mobile quarterbacks who get 40 yards a game rushing. The crazy part is watch Tua come out and give Atlanta a little spark, and everybody gonna be sold. Oh, see, man, we should have never. Y'all just love setting y'all self up for hoping in that guy. I don't get y'all, man. Y'all religiously had hope in this man, and you're still holding on to it. Let it go, man. Let it go, man. Maybe he goes to win a Super Bowl. Who knows? But he was no longer welcome to be a Miami Dolphin. And that's best for us and him. Just like I said for Ryan Tannehill. It was best for us and him, and it ended up working out that way. Ryan Tannehill got another big contract because he came in, gave the team a spark, went to the playoffs a few times, went to an AFC championship game. He was still the same player, but a better situation blessed him even more. And you know what? Maybe that happens for Tua. A better situation blesses him more, but he's still the same player. You got what you wanted, TD, a running QB. He better ball out, and I don't want to hear the excuses. See, now you're trying to hold him to something because I held Tua to something. I didn't get what I want. I didn't want a mobile QB. I just wanted a great QB. It just so happens that what helps Malik be great is his mobility, and I'm happy about that. I don't care if you were a pocket passer. If I got Joe Burrow, I don't care nothing about running. I got Joe Burrow. I got one of the better passers in the league, and actually an elite passer who can process the field and read defenses. So it's not, oh, I got what I want. I never said, oh, I want me a mobile quarterback. No, I wanted Tua to be mobile because he was limited even throwing the football. Y'all didn't see it. So he needed to be mobile to get over the hump, to be what we all would have liked him to be. But since he wasn't, he was just what he was, and what ended up happening, he fizzed out. He fizzed out. So stop saying, oh, you got what you wanted, a mobile quarterback. I just wanted a great quarterback. If it came with the mobile one, great. If it came with an elite passer and processor, great. But we got the mobile guy who can throw the football, can make every throw, has good arm strength, can throw outside the numbers, can process the field at a good enough level that we ain't looking at him like Josh Rosen. That's all I could ask for. Now let's see if he can put it together on the field and show some clutch ability and some playmaking ability. He put those two things on top of it. We got us a top 10 quarterback. And guess what? Technically, even though it's a small sample size, he already shows baller ability, gamer ability, big play ability, and clutch ability. He already shows it. Just a small sample size to where we don't trust it. Okay. Now he about to get the opportunity to either make us trust it or call it, oh, it was cubic zirconia. It was fake. All right, we about to find out. So Malik better show up and play. And I don't want to hear no excuse. Because if he don't, it is what it is. We need to go get a quarterback. If he does, bam. It's that simple. Happy Evelyn said, TD always wrong. I said Tua would not be a franchise quarterback. I was right. So take away the always. Take away the always. Take away the always. Only people say that is mad that I said Tua ain't a franchise quarterback. It's that simple. So if Malik trash, I'm going to say, oh, he trash. Look like we're going to be going into the draft. But let's take a look at Ewers first. I'll be saying the coach need to put Ewers in, man. That's what I'll be saying. That's simple. You said Tua was a franchise guy. You're right. I said that one day during a Baltimore Ravens game. Outside of that, I have never said that in my life. I have always spoken against it. I was just so happy that we won that Baltimore game. I called them one. And I obviously was wrong. But that's the only day in my whole entire life I ever said that Tua was a franchise quarterback. Ever. For 6 years. Let me do the math, because 365 times 6 equals 2,190 days. Only one of them days I said that. And the other 2,189 days, I spoke against that. So do not hold me to that one day. That's fool's gold. That's you trying to make a point that ain't really even a point. Just saying. Matter of fact, since I did it one day, matter of fact, 2190 divided by, hold on. Let me do the math. 1 divided by 2190, 0.0004% of the time I said he was a franchise quarterback. I feel good about saying I ain't never said it at that point. I don't know what you talking about. I ain't never called this man a franchise quarterback. If I said it out of my mouth 0.0004% of the time, it never happened. It never happened, CB. I never said it. How about that? I never said it. I never said it. I say he wasn't a franchise quarterback over 2,000 times. Oh my gosh. No excuses for Malik. None. None. If he suck, he sucks. See, that's how easy it is. Malik go out there looking like Tua. Man, put yours in. Ain't no excuse. It's that simple. You see how easy that is? And you know what? If that happens, maybe that'll finally be the moment y'all realize I'm not out here taking sides or hoping Tua fail or hoping Malik. Oh, I mean, I do hope Malik succeed. I hope Tua succeed. I just knew he wouldn't because he had the skill set to. But I ain't out here trying to show favoritism. I'm just calling it how it is. So if Malik going out there looking like trash, you're going to get the quickest, man. They need to put Quinn Ewers in. Malik ain't no franchise quarterback. I can see that already. He get too nervous in this situation or that or whatever's happening. I don't know if that even ever happens. If it even ever happens. But he come out there looking like trash. They need to try Quinn Ewers and see if he got something. And if he doesn't have anything, we go in the draft for quarterback. If they don't try Quinn Ewers and Malik looking suck, that means they don't trust Quinn Ewers and we need to go get a new quarterback. It's that simple. It ain't a case of, oh, well, you said Malik was going to be so great. I sure did. He had the intangibles. I believed in him, and I was wrong. Now we need to go get a quarterback. See, everybody's so caught up in these receipts when receipts ain't going to bother me. Whether I'm right or wrong, they're not going to bother me. The real problem is what bothers some of y'all. The receipt on Tua bothers some of y'all because I was right. I'm going to be wrong about some stuff too. You know that, right? It's okay that I was right. It's okay. I'm going to be wrong about some stuff too. It's okay. But I was right about Tua Tagovailoa. And I tried to tell y'all for 6 years. And some of y'all called me an idiot. So now that I was right, who's the idiot? This drink, though. This drink. That's all. And some people are bothered by that. They are so bothered at the fact that I was right because I preached it every day and they disagreed every day. They so bothered by that. Newsflash. I was right. Who cares? We're moving on. Yeah, I still talk about him because he sucked. And sometimes I use him as an example. But who cares? Let's move on. Now we evaluate Malik. I might be right again. I might be wrong. Who cares? Let's stop with this tick for tack, taking points. I know, though, some of us, we love ball so much, we want to feel like we know ball. We want to feel like we know ball. Some of us we want to feel like we know ball. It's okay. It's okay. That's right, CB83. He sucked. He sucked. The talent around him made him look better. Somebody asked me after 2023, man, Tua played so good. What do you think his ceiling is? I told them straight to their face, he already exceeded it. There ain't no ceiling. He already exceeded his ceiling. This ain't his ceiling. This is an extension of his ceiling. Don't worry, it's going to come back down to who he is in his real ceiling. Tyreek Hill is pushing the roof up. Devin A-Chain and Mostert pushing the roof up. Long as he put it in that spot, y'all going to think that ceiling higher than it actually is. You better check the nuts and bolts. And who was really holding it up? Think about it. When he got hurt. I wonder which was better. Tua first 2 years in the league or last year? Let me know in the chat. Which one was better? Them early years or last year? I take his first 2 years over last year. I take the first 2 years over last year. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? I take them first 2 years. I mean, maybe not the first one, but you know what I mean. Them early days. I take them early days over last year. Boy, some of y'all thought we had John Elway in 2023. Boy, it was the second coming of Tom Brady in 2023. More like Matt Castle, one good year. Hey, you know what? I'm going to start using that, boy. That's going to trigger a lot of people. They're going to get mad at me. I'm going to be like, you know what? Who Tua's comp was? Matt Castle. That's the perfect comp. Y'all remember Matt Castle had that good year when Tom Brady got injured and missed the season? Castle played well. They missed the playoffs with 11 wins. Tua's comp is Matt Castle. Oh boy, thank you. I'm putting that on Twitter right now. Boy, I've been behaving on Twitter, and here I am. See, y'all bring out the worst of me. I've been behaving on Twitter, and now here I am. I don't know the last time I trolled on Twitter. And here I go. Boy, oh boy. Tua comp is officially Matt Castle. Oh boy. One great season. Hey, hold on. Yeah, we made the playoffs, but he didn't play in that game. Tua's Tagovailoa's comp is officially Matt Castle. One great season. Ooh. Oh man. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh boy. No, I gotta find a gift for this. Yeah, y'all go check me out on X. I just dropped it. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Oh, I gotta do better, man. Y'all bring out the worst in me. And man, Matt Castle, man. All right, King Jamie. So are you going to be upset if this 2026 Dolphins Fins wide receivers sink out loud? Fins wide receivers sink out loud. What that mean? Fins wide receivers sink out loud. Suck? I mean, you got to rewrite that, or I'm just not comprehending well. TD, you seen Reek's new video posted? He's already sprinting. We'll see. It's gonna be tough, man. The problem is taking a risk on him re-injuring himself. You know, no matter how well he moving, he could be moving better than he ever did before. It's just always scary that it's easier to happen again too. Rip that knee up and stuff. So I don't know. You never read my comments. Why is it always the people comments I don't read? When I read it, they telling me that I don't read it. So here's what I'm gonna do for you, Nathan. I'm gonna go back and see if I can read your last. Your last was you never read my comment again. Let me see if you got another one. Yeah, me not reading it is not by intention. It's just I'm flowing in the show, and then when I look at the chat, I'm going whatever I see. You're the only one that speaks highly on Malik. Well, not the only one, but you do it the most, and I respect that. So do me a favor. I'm very interested in this, Nathan. The other people that don't speak highly on Malik, inform me of what they're saying lowly about him. So some people aren't speaking highly on Malik because it ain't popular. Like, you got to understand this. I feel like 70% of the fan base loved Tua so much and believed that he would be the guy and fought for him and went to bat for him and disrespected people to prove that point, that they were embarrassed when he didn't show up for them. So what that does is it reserves them from getting behind anybody else, especially when the people who said Tua was going to suck gets behind a new guy. It's almost like they have this complex where they at least want to be even. Well, I need you to be wrong about this one so that, well, even though I was wrong about Tua, you was wrong about Malik. I don't know what it is with them. It's like they just they don't want to take the L. They want to become even. So they don't believe in Malik. Or it's not that they don't believe in him, but they won't believe in him publicly or just in general. It's not that they don't want to, but they don't want to. It's they don't want to. I'm telling you, I've had somebody tell me this. I hope he failed, just so you're wrong. They're more interested in me being wrong. If I truly believe this, man. If I was out here saying, man, Malik ain't it, we gonna suck, man, Malik garbage. I truly believe there will be a certain subset of people who are singing Malik's praises that aren't right now. I truly believe it. That's how scarred some people are, especially when I read my messages. That's how scarred some people are about me actually being right about something that they went so deep in disrespecting me about and wanted to prove me wrong. Y'all don't get the disrespect that I received just about Tua Tagovailoa. The hate, the threats, my kids getting threats. My kids wishing death on them. When my wife was pregnant 3 years ago with my daughter, I hope that like the stuff they were saying, y'all do not understand. Like, this is real stuff. It was happening. I ain't making it up right now. I've had to go to the police station and file reports on legitimate threats. I may have not have believed in him and bought into him. You know, internet thugs are going to be internet thugs. But my wife, man, we can't take those type of chances. These people out here nuts these days. Crazy. This stuff is real. In the last month and a half, I've gotten at least 3 messages. I hope you're wrong. I hope Malik fails. I hope I can't stand you. Like, some people hate me just because I didn't believe in the last guy. So I'm telling you, if I was negative about Malik Willis right now, there would be a certain group of people that probably would believe in him just because I don't. There were entire platforms just like this that were built off of being opposite of what I believe and hating on me. This is a fact. And some of y'all in the comment section don't act like y'all don't know that. This is a fact. And I'm just trying to stretch out an olive branch, and even though I do it facetiously and sarcastically and funny, I don't care that I was right. What you'll never understand nor believe, because you don't like me to believe anything I say, but what you don't understand nor believe is that I wanted to be wrong. I swear to you, I genuinely wanted to be wrong. If I was wrong, we'd be happy right now because we were doing some big time stuff as a team. I wanted to be wrong. I wanted the excitement. Why do you think when I got what I got in the Baltimore game, you heard me going crazy calling him a franchise quarterback? I want it to be wrong. But excuse me for feeling very strongly that I wouldn't gonna be. I love these tour rants, says NFL ref fan. Man, boy, y'all don't understand what happened the last 6 years in this fan base. Like, I know some people just casually listen to Dolphins content, but this is a whole world. There are content creators like me out here that get their followings, and people, rock with this group over here. People rock with that group. All kind of beefs and all this drama that's happening now. It's a whole world in this mess. In the last 6 years, because this stuff didn't go on the first 2 years I did this. When me and Doug started doing what we do, none of this was going on. But as soon as Tua got drafted, boy, the wars began. The wars began. And the drama began. The drama opened. And yeah, I might have participated in it. In the last 6 years, I might have participated in it for the first 2. Going back and forth, clapping back at people, all kind of crazy stuff. I might have participated, but I realized let me stop doing that. Sometimes I pop out and remind them, but let me stop doing that, because haters don't hate me. They hate their own reflection. And I try to tell them to throw all that shade in a different direction. They hate what they can't have, hate what they can't be, mad because they want mine, hate because they ain't me. Winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners. It's that simple. Winners focus on winning, so that's what I got to, because I'm a winner. And losers focus on winners. So y'all watch these shows out here. When you hear, well, this idiot over there is saying this, because they focused on me, instead of just delivering how they feel and what they think to their people. And some of them all of them I have told that directly to. Just focus on your craft. You got a good thing going. Just do you. I ain't got time for all this mess. No, I don't want to collab. I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to do this and that. Just keep doing your thing. You're going to do good things. Leave me alone. Blocked. Done. So it got bad out here. So yeah. Yes. It got bad. So when you ask them when you say, I love these tour rants, man, it touches a lot of people in a different way, because I keep on using this analogy with y'all. Imagine literally going to prison for 6 years for something you ain't do. That's how it was. You went in front of the judge, the jury came up with their verdict, and the jury, they decided to select Tua Tagovailoa with the 5th pick overall, which sent me to prison. And I ain't even commit the crime. I wasn't even the one that did it. And you got to sit there in your cell every day. People trying to dehumanize you and everything every day. And you ain't even do the crime. And you supposed to be a fan of something you know ain't gonna work, but you hoping you're wrong. Maybe you can find the light out of it. Only thing beautiful happened out of all of this is that we got off in 1 year sooner than I told y'all we would. I say he gonna waste 7 years of our career, because at best he gonna be good enough not to be good enough. At best, he gonna waste 7 whole years. It ended up being 6. Thank you. I got out on good behavior. I got out early on good behavior. That's how it is, bro. So yeah, NFL ref fan said, I'm back after 7 months, TD. Did your QB win a national championship and led the NFL in passing in 2023? Atlanta has an elite QB who did that. Maybe they do. Maybe he's a late bloomer. Can he be the next Sam Darnold? It's possible. I ain't right. Hey, I don't believe in him. I ain't believe in Sam Darnold. So, hey, I ain't believe in Sam Darnold. I used to tell Richie all the time, Sam Darnold is garbage. He'll never be nothing. Super Bowl. And played great. Wasn't getting carried by the team. It was a great team, but he was doing his job and doing it well, fearlessly, making every throw. He earned that. He earned my respect. Tua might do that for me one day. I got to understand. I don't do this for pride. I don't do this. Like, I might talk a little trash. I tried to tell y'all. But that's only because you put me through it. Outside of that, I don't care. We on to the next one. I just hope that we stop making stupid decisions. The organization. We got to stop making stupid decisions. Drafting Tua Tagovailoa was a stupid decision from the beginning. And it ain't even got nothing to do with his play. You don't draft a guy with that kind of injury concern coming in at 5th overall. Screw the play. Injury alone, it was dumb. Injury alone, it was dumb. Just boneheaded. Like, how could you be that convicted on a guy who's undersized, not very shifty, coming fresh off of a big-time injury like that? 5th overall, and you had Herbert on the board, you had Jalen Hurts on the board, you had Jordan Love on the board. Like, where's your scouts? They're supposed to see what we can't see. So I don't want to hear none of y'all thought some of them was going to be. That's what the scout job for. That's what the GM's job is for, to identify those. Green Bay identified it. LA identified it. Wherever the Eagles got hurt, they identified it. I always forget where he got drafted. It was dumb to begin with. That's why it was so frustrating for me. It was just stupid. And then when you add the play, it was an incomplete evaluation. He playing with the best players in the country every week. The best O-line, so you don't know how he handles pressure. That's the one thing none of y'all can tell me from college, how Tua handles pressure, because he ain't never deal with it. And when he dealt with it in them big games, not the one little national championship throw, no, the big games, the ranked games that he played, he didn't look all that. And I'm not going to say he looked garbage, no, but he didn't look all hot stuff when he was under pressure against the better teams like LSU and Clemson them. Just didn't make sense. I don't know where nobody was getting these evaluations. Y'all college football fans, that's y'all problem. Not a problem being a fan of college football. It's the problem that y'all put too much stock in college football when the NFL is a different game. It does not translate. It is different. Whole different level. Like, gosh, y'all talk about a quarterback who had 5 offensive linemen that were the best in college, 4 or 5 receivers that were the best in college, the best run game, some of the best tight ends. You think I'm impressed by you cooking? God, man, it's quarterbacks all over college football that would have looked great in that situation. Y'all got to stop giving these quarterbacks as much credit as you do if everything around them is great. That's not realistic in the NFL. And even if everything around you is great, the opposition is also great in the NFL. And I'm not saying take credit away from those quarterbacks either that do a lot with a lot around them. But you gotta be a little more curious. You can't make it a cement, oh, we know what we're going to get with that guy. That's what they told me before we drafted him. He is a guaranteed day one starter. He's going to change a franchise, and he's going to win multiple playoff games. Six years and you did none of that. Not even a taste of it. And when we thought we were going to get a taste, you don't even play your first playoff game. Time will tell, y'all. Let's see what we got this year. I said I was going to end this stream 30 minutes ago, and y'all woke me up, man. This stream was supposed to be over 30 minutes ago, and y'all going to wake me up like that. Got me cranking up, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Daniel Wixon 3896 just blessed our channel with a donation. He said, TD, if Malik doesn't pan out, are we wasting money on these contracts we just signed? Much love. Okay, so, okay. That's a great question because a lot of people are uneducated on it, right? If Malik doesn't pan out, you're not wasting money because of how the contracts were given. What do I mean by that? Brooks got a 3-year extension. He's not under contract for 3 more years. He's under contract for 4 more years. Remember, this is an extension. He still had this season to play. The contract extension adds on the back end of that. So it is a 4-year deal. So when you look at the $60 million, it's not really 3 years. It's 4. Less than 60 million, by the way, whatever it was. It's a 4-year deal. Okay? So he has a 4-year window. Now, here's the beautiful part where John Eric Sullivan, was cooking. Only 2 years are guaranteed. Technically, like 2.3 years are guaranteed. Therefore, we have the flexibility. If Malik sucks and the next thing sucks, we can get off of the contracts in 2 years and still refreshing this thing. Same thing with Achan's contract. There was 1 more year to be played, so the extension is added on. So technically, we own their rights for the next 4 years. You can go get Lamar Jackson next year, and then it's a whole different story, so you're not wasting time. 2 years from now, you can go get somebody you like. You're not wasting time. So since the money is good and the extension is our option after 2 years, no, we're not wasting anything. You got to spend a certain amount of money every year. It's a league requirement. You don't have to spend your whole salary cap, but there's a certain percentage you have to spend. So they're just tapping into the next 2 years worth of it. No, that's the guaranteed money. So the guarantees goes to this year and next year. And then they're still under contract for 2 more years. And here's the beautiful part about it too. Say any of them start to decline. After 2 years, it's easier to restructure those contracts and bring them down, just like Bradley Chubb did, because if we cut you, which we can do, and take no more cap hits, your market is way deader than what we already have you on contract for. We don't have to pay you this 15 in 2028, Brooks. We can cut you. If you start falling off, you ain't going to get more than 6-7 million. So we can restructure you and bring you down to like 8 or 9 and save some money if you're starting to decline. So it's too much flexibility in these contracts. John Eric Sullivan, these are beautiful contracts. Too much flexibility in them. Where we can't get burnt. Like HN could get hurt in week 1 this year and next year. and be no more value to us, and we can cut him after that, it wasn't a waste. Because y'all say we were going to be rebuilding anyway for the next year or two. It wasn't a waste. But you can also keep him here for stability and a potential to do something special. Hey, we got him. Nothing about these contracts are risky or waste. Nothing. Not one thing. At all. So, to answer your question, no wasted money yet. None. And don't forget, even by then, if things are going south after this year, Zach Sealer ain't got no more guaranteed money either. So you got all the flexibility in the world and what you want to do. Them the only three on the team that got some money. And everybody already know Austin Jackson's fate is probably sealed unless he just had his breakout year. In which we, wait, hold on. Do we still got Austin Jackson under contract after this season? Or is this just the last season? Let me see. Austin Jackson contract. Wait, is he on a 1-year deal? Did they restructure that boy? Yeah. So hold on. I didn't even realize this happened. Austin Jackson is on a 1-year deal. So they scrapped the old contract and they put void years on it. He's an unrestricted free agent next year. But next year, he's also dead cap, a cap hit of $13 million. Boy, Chris Greer did a number on this team. Next year, Austin Jackson is a $13 million cap hit. Dead cap. Void. It's all the void money Chris Greer kept kicking. So what they did is scrap the contract up. They still got to deal with the cap hit next year, but they just wrote him a new deal, 1 year, $6.9 million. Austin Jackson's on a 1 year, 6.9, 1 year, $7 million is the roundup. 5.4 is guaranteed. 5.5 is guaranteed. So, yeah, a lot of guarantees. So he's going to be on this team, no question, next year. Maximum value is $11.5 million. There must be some incentives built in. Let me go see what that is. Playing time incentives. Yep. Per game bonus. Every game he plays, he gets $88,000, which could add up to $1.5 million. Yeah, his contract went into void status back in March. Back in March, all those voids counted. So it's $13 million that'll hit next year. The playing time incentive, an additional bonus he got is if he plays 65% of the season, he gets $625,000. What does that mean? That means if Austin Jackson plays 11 games, he's going to get about $625,000. If he plays 12 or 13 games, he's going to get $875,000. If he plays 80% of the games, which is pretty much 4/5 of the game, 12, that's about 13 games. 14 games, he's going to get $1.375 million. And if he plays 85% or more of the games, he's going to get $1.62 million. Now, hold on. 1, 2, 3 million, $4.5 million on top of 6.9. 4, that's 10, 11, 4. Yeah, dang. Here, wow, that's crazy, y'all. Look, his bonuses, right? His bonuses, if he plays 65, he get to 625. I think if he plays 75, he gets an additional 875. It don't just go up to 875. He gets an additional 875. If he plays 80%, they give him another 1.37. And if he plays 85%, they give him he can earn almost $4.5 million if he plays 85% of the games. They ain't even building in the whole season. They're like, you can miss 3. But if you can get to 14 games, let me see if that's the math. 14 divided by 17. 82. No, he got to play 15 games to get the full thing. He got to play 15 games. Yeah. Or 14 and a half. He got to play 14 and a half games to get all that money. But once he get to 65% of the games, which is, let me do the math on that. Let me go 12 divided by the 17. No, it's less 11 divided by 17. 60. Yeah, once he gets to 11 games in one quarter, if he gets to 11 games in one quarter or whatever, he starts getting his bonuses. He starts feeling real good. See, imagine him playing 8-9 games and start getting banged up. Now you know he's going to be fighting to be on the field. He's going to be doing all he can to play. That's too much money to just leave on the table. So I just hope he stay healthy early, because I know if he gets banged up, he is going to do all he can to play. But you got to get them games going. He got to get to about 8 or 9 for him to know the value of, hey, man, I got to keep going instead of dialing it in. Interesting. Very interesting. Shout out to Southside 6969. Been a member for 4 years, man. Almost 4 years a member. That's wild. Said, what's up, TD? You've been a member rocking for 4 years as a member. It's one thing to be rocking with me a long time, but a member for 4 years, thank you, man. Salute to you. I appreciate that. Big time. Shout out to all the members of the channel. Thank y'all for y'all dedicated love and support to what we do. Anyway, man, I'm babbling out here now. I'm finna get up out of here. But yeah, Austin Jackson just on a 1-year deal. So they got all the flexibility in the world on that. They ain't got nobody locked down on this team other than rookies. Nobody's locked down. Like, if you think about it, technically they can move off of Chop Robinson at the next year if they want to. You know, it's a lot of guys they can move off of. Former first-round picks you can trade and maybe get like a 4th or a 5th for them. It happens if they ain't working out. Sometimes the 3rd if they got a little something. If you was to trade Chop right now, a team would take him for you might even can get a 2nd because he's still young. The upside is there. But I think a team would take him for a 3rd right now, which hopefully he evolved this year and improves. But I hope that don't happen where we even talking about that. But after this season, anything's possible with even Chop Robinson. Anything. So yeah, time will tell. Anyway, man, let me get up out of here. I've been going all night. We about to be 2 hours. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for the love and support. Tony H in the building. Salute to you, man. Paul Holland, all love to you too. Southside say you're the best, dog. You are. All right. Chopping block. Douglas Williams, man. Thanks for rocking with us as always. Miller Hendricks, I see you. What's it gonna take for a Dolphins tattoo? What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Miller? What's it gonna take for a Dolphins tattoo? What do you mean by that? What's it gonna take for me to get one? Like, what are you saying? Let me know before I leave. Let me know real quick if you can. What's it gonna take for a Dolphins tattoo? Are you saying what is it gonna take for me to feel inspired to go get one? Or that's what I'm trying to on camera get a Dolphins tattoo. I don't have to. I don't have to get a Dolphins tattoo on camera. I already got one, baby. I already got one. On camera. I'm showing it to you. I already got one. Telling you, baby. I already got one. Where my Dolphin fans at? Y'all don't understand. This is my team, man. Whoa, yeah, man. I've been, yeah. I remember making the decision. They were like, you want the old logo or the new one? I said, you know what? It's the new era. This is the era that this is my time. I saw the old era, but you know what? If God willing, I'm gonna live more in the new era time. Let me get the new one. Why that logo though? Because at the time, this was the logo. This was the new one. Fake tat. What I put a fake tat on every morning? Like I conveniently knew that somebody was gonna ask on this show, or every show I put the fake one on just in case y'all ask. Stop. Said fake tat, man. No. Oh man, stick on tat. Nah, this a real one. No stick on. All right. I had Finn Super Bowl champ tatted on my face. Just waiting for a year. Oh, for yours? A year? I don't know what you're saying. Real fan tattoo. Yeah, man. You know, they say I ain't a real fan, by the way. My biggest haters, they've convinced a lot of people, oh, TD not even a real fan. Why is he on Dolphin Collective? He not even a real fan. Why is he on Bleacher Report? He not even a real fan. Just because I wanted to start a sports network and cover all teams. So they saw me covering some other teams, and all of a sudden I ain't a real Dolphin fan. Now that company is Roundtable Sports, ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know. It's been taken off. We actually just closed some major collaborations as a company. And it looks like we're actually also about to do a massive round of potential hiring as well. For those who don't know, make sure you go check out our website. It's going to be a whole lot more consistent when the season starts. Excuse me. Yeah, for those who don't know that, I'm a founder of this company right here. Here's the website, Roundtable Sports, okay? All right. You can get your NFL news. Don't worry, we'll be expanding the NBA and all of that. And we do weekly divisional coverage, all right? AFC West, NFC East, NFC North, NFC South, NFC West. This is one of our best shows right now. It's kicking butt. It's going off crazy, man. Let me show y'all that for those who don't know. Oh, hold on. Yeah, my mouse was messing up on me. Yep, this is NFC West Roundtable, articles, all that good stuff. Our latest shows from the
and that's where we'll start. Brando, new ownership for the Super Bowl champions. Not a bad time to buy a team, especially if you have $9.6 billion underneath of your couch cushion. That's exactly what the Kosla family had laying around, and they said, well, if we're going to buy a team, might as well be the team at the top of the mountain. And, of course, that is the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks just sold this past week to Vinod Kosla and his family, like I mentioned.
Fans, I suppose. So you get them coming over here. Decisions when they're necessary. Multiple championships.
$1 million. Jesse, what do you make of not only the Seahawks being sold here, but the valuation of these teams? Because we're just 3 years removed here, and an additional $3 billion is
that's amazing. That's a crazy amount of money. Like, that's like monopoly.
Around half of what the Seahawks just sold for.
Anywho, these are the shows. Sorry, y'all. Anywho, these are the shows that we put together. Every division has a show. You can check me out on the AFC East Roundtable. But yeah, man, all these things. So just me trying to create a network, a sports network that's doing so amazing today. I'm so blessed. Thank you, God, for the opportunities. It's why I'm at the Super Bowl every year. It's why I'm at the Combine every year. It's why I'm at the draft every year. It's why I'm at the Senior Bowl every year. I could go to the Hall of Fame game, but I like watching that at home. All of that stuff. NFL credential because of Roundtable Sports, the company that me, Dan Ritchie founded. Matt that works as well, but he decided to retire. But yeah, man, big time stuff. And just because I wanted to build that, they used it to say I wasn't a real Dolphin fan. The team I love so much. But them my haters, so it's all right. But there's people that actually believe it. They really sold it to him. Look, he's covering other teams. He's not a Dolphin fan. It's crazy to me. But anyway, TD was at the Super Bowl. The last 3 years, I've been with NFL credentials. I've interviewed the players at the Super Bowl all 3 years. You can go back and look at some of my content. I sat and talked with Patrick Mahomes in depthly, sat and talked with all the coaches, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce. I mean, everybody. I mean, all the players, like literally. When you have NFL credentials at the Super Bowl, you meet with both teams 7 times, like 6-7 times. One-on-ones. Different rooms, different tables, group sessions where you got to get your question in, or one-on-ones. Like I sat down with the Eagles. I got tired of interviewing so much that like by day 5, we would go to the hotel that they stayed at and we would do the interviews in the lobby, in the ballroom, and they got all these table setups for us. And we get to go to interview the players. They come sit down, and some of them just go sit down at tables. Man, I got so tired, I stopped interviewing, and I went and played Tunk. For those, I don't know if all y'all know what Tunk is. It's a card game. I was playing Tunk with the Eagles. Man. I'm literally sitting there when they won the Super Bowl that year. I was sitting there with the players playing Tunk. And dealing, just having a good time talking, man. So, and meeting some of these guys and starting to, ask about their life and everything, getting to this point. It's just pretty dope experience, and then, but the real good experience is Radio Row. So when you're there, when you're at the Super Bowl, the main thing is Radio Row. So Radio Row is usually, it depends, but usually the convention center of the city. And every sports media all around the world is there. I'm talking about Ireland Broadcast Network, whatever. Every media outlet is there. Everybody has a table, booth, whatever, depending on how much you spend. Like the internet alone is like $5,000 just to get Wi-Fi. It's crazy. But that is the best because you're with every sports person in the world. Pat McAfee is right next to you doing his show. We were at the table right next to Nightcap, Ocho and Shannon them. We were literally right next to them, our table. Like they doing their thing, people coming in and out to us. It's pretty dope, man. It's amazing. And you're talking to these guys because everybody's working and everybody's on the same level. It don't feel like that's what you got. No, it's, hey, man, everybody coming there, they setting up, they got shows to do, everybody working, they laughing, they chit-chatting between. But the stars are up and down the rows all day, not just the players, but you got NBA players, NFL players that's not in the Super Bowl. All of them are there. Any relevant NFL player that got any juice, they all there. All of them. Just depend on what day or what days. They all booked for interviews. They all selling something because a company sponsored them. And they're there doing interviews, promoting it. And you're getting numbers. You're exchanging contacts. You're interviewing some of these guys. Which frustrates me because we missed our Aaron Brewer interview that was set up. We missed it. I ain't gonna talk about how, but we missed it. And I look forward to that one, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, it's just a ball, man. Everybody's doing their show. First Take is maybe down the road down there. Everybody, every podcast, everybody's doing their show. Everybody. And you just got legends, Barry Sanders over here, this and that over there. Marino coming through. Every star and every ex-player or retired Hall of Famer at some point, college players that's coming into the draft that hasn't even got drafted yet. All the best with everybody's there. So it's amazing, man, because I could want to do sports commentary, but ESPN ain't calling nobody unless you got a 500 million people watching you on the podcast. And I mean, they firing people, matter of fact. So sometimes, man, if you have a dream or something you want to do and the lane isn't open, you got to create your own lane. You got to create your own lane. People ask me all the time, hey, man, when are you going to be able to interview the Dolphin players? I can get my Dolphin credentials tomorrow. I can get my Miami Dolphins credentials tomorrow. 4 years ago, I couldn't. Well, I could, but they gave me credentials 4 years ago, but it was for community events. You know, we're going to do, cancer event with a few players. You have access to those things, and we'll see how that goes. That's what I was told. But then COVID hit. It was during the COVID area, so I never went. I never went to any of those community events, and then eventually I was like, I'm okay. But if I wanted to tomorrow through Roundtable Sports, I can go get my Dolphins credentials. We're NFL credentialed. So certain days they're required to let all media come. Y'all ever recognize those days where NFL Network is there on scene at practice? Those days any media can come. And then you start to be able to come to other stuff. So I could, but you know what? Let me tell you one thing I learned. I don't care about being behind the scenes. I don't care about interviewing players either. The one thing I learned about players, I used to say, maybe I'll start interviewing players, but I've always, I'm okay. There's been opportunities for me to interview players. I'm like, I'm good. The reason why, I just can't see myself bringing them on the show. And the questions that I would want to ask, it's not like I'm going to get the truth. It's not like you're going to give me a accurate assessment of your teammate. No matter how your teammate is, if they the worst player in the league, you're going to say something positive about them. No matter how great they are, you're going to make them even greater. I mean, I could do it to look like I got clout, but I don't really care about that. You know what I care about? I care about going to the draft and hugging Caden Proctor. Congratulating him to his face. That's what I care about. Which was an amazing moment, by the way. I don't even know if I dropped the video or the pictures of that. Amazing moment. I'll never forget. He got drafted. Then they had to come up to the media row. No, not the media row, but the media room at the draft. And we're sitting there waiting, and everybody's players are coming. I'm like, man, where's Caden Proctor, man? He ain't come through here yet. And sure enough, man, about 10 minutes later, I look up down the hall, at least 150 feet down the hall, and I see a big old massive, and I'm like, yeah, that's Caden Proctor. I could tell about 100 feet away. Yeah, that's him. And I had my Dolphin hat on, obviously. And he literally, I ain't saying this to be funny or like weird, but we literally locked eyes. And we both, I know I had it on me, but he had the biggest smile. Like, he don't know me, I don't know him. I missed the opportunity to interview him 3 times because I didn't think we were going to draft Caden Proctor. I knew he was an option, but I'm over there interviewing Ruben Bain. I'm interviewing Ruben Bain. I'm interviewing all those guys that were going in the top 12 guaranteed. I seen Caden Proctor so many times at the draft, before the draft. You know, even the draft, we're there 5 days early. It's a whole event in the city. You go meet up with these players like 3-4 times, all the prospects. And I saw him several times, just never went over to him. I think Kobe interviewed him, but I never went over to him. But so he don't know me, I don't know him. I haven't interviewed him, but when we saw each other, he had the biggest smile, like, I don't know this dude, but he got a Dolphin hat on. And I just got selected by the Dolphins. And I know I had the biggest smile. I'm looking at him like, woo! And as we got closer and closer, we were like, oh! Dapped him up, hugged him up, and told him, man, this fan base been waiting on a winner for a long time, bro. And at the end of the day, we believe in you. We know that you're going to bring success to the team, be a leader. And we're going to get, this fan base going to get behind y'all. They get behind everything that wear the uniform. We're going to get behind you, and we're going to be rooting for you, bro. And so we took some pictures and stuff, and then he asked me if I wanted to come to this thing or whatever, and I was just like, nah, I'm good. I got a lot of stuff I got to break down. But I'm going to see you at training camp. And that was the last words we had. And then he went on with his people and his family. And it's just a great experience. That's the stuff. I didn't record that on that, but I mean, I have the pictures. I think I already put them out. But that's the stuff that I love. You know, I wouldn't ever have that opportunity, man. And that's another thing. That's what I be telling people. It's the experiences that this channel has blessed me with that's been the most rewarding in my life. The experiences, you know, the things that I've been able to attend, the people I've been able to meet, the relationships, the inspiration to start Roundtable Sports, to start a sports media company. This channel inspired that. I realized, man, the people who watch me are captivated. They love me. They love what I do. They love hearing from me. There's a lot of people out there want this shot. I want, you know, but I'm always thinking bigger. Can I give this to the Bengals fan base? Can I give this to, you know what? And I tried to give it to every fan base, and that wasn't going well because it would take too much manpower. And the investment, the seed investment, I wasn't willing to deal with at the time. So then start with what I know. I ain't got to, let me back up and not do the whole NFL. And let me hit up some other creators in the division. That's where Master at Work came from. Richie, Dan, and we started it. We started doing AFC's Roundtable, and it was a hit. It was a blast. Took off. You know me, I'm always going to think bigger. And all of us kind of had the same mind. What if we can give this to every division? Start recruiting talent that are out here, content creators. And we put together a whole network that now we got interns. We got people that are hired. I mean, we probably got 60 people in our organizational structure, maybe more than that, because literally we're adding another like 25 right now aggressively within the network. But God is good, and we're going to keep on pushing forward and try to provide great coverage and energetic and just beautiful coverage for people to watch, something they can look forward to. You know, content on TD Phins Talk, content on Roundtable Sports, all the divisional roundtables, the Premier League that's about to come. Like, we're launching so many different things, man. So it's just beautiful, man. And I'm excited about it. Yeah, man, I'm excited about it. I don't even know half the stuff that's happening behind the scenes, where it's just getting bigger and bigger, and partnerships and brands that are dropping like significant investments to do even more. It's amazing, man. God is good. And it all started here. I could confidently and safely say that it all started here. And once that idea was presented to other guys that do what I do, they were on board. They could see the vision too. They saw it themselves. And now we just grime old building. And it's beautiful, man. All started right here on this channel. This channel right here inspires so much. For me, for sure. So that's why I cherish this. That's why I appreciate y'all so much. And y'all don't understand. I like genuinely mean it. Because there's a lot of paths to what I call freedom. And when I say freedom, I mean there's a lot of paths to prosperity and things like that. And right now, this is my pursuit. This is my pursuit to reach a level that I'm not going to pigeonhole any like demographic or anything like that, but people that fit my, build, my age, my upbringing, my faith, my everything, a lot of times, there aren't big dreams, and, when I grew up, everything around me, there weren't many big dreams. I ain't hear people dream big. I didn't hear people dream big. And I'm dreaming, but I'm also waking up from them dreams and trying to execute them and reach it. And I'm going to keep on pushing. But just remember, it was inspired right here on this show, on this channel, from nothing, from literally my wife subscribed to me. I got one subscriber. I could do this. I could talk about my team, and I'll put the work in and learn what I don't know. Because I start realizing, man, there are writers out here that write articles. What's the difference between just modernizing in today's 8 years ago? It was the wave was here. Put it on video. Like the future is not. A lot of people don't read as much. I didn't see it as the future. It's gonna always be there. It's gonna always be there. But the future was, personalities and delivering the news and content and putting your personality into it. And if people rock with you, because there's always people that think like me, grew up like me, and this and that, they rock with me. We get each other to an extent. I might be more bold than some. I might be less bold than some, but they rock with me. And you build a community of people that kind of mess with you. Yeah, that's my guy. So, and that's how I look at it. That's why I build a lot of friendships with many of y'all. I have conversations with many of y'all all the time. And I know some of y'all, we conversate so much, and then all of a sudden I don't reply for 4 days because I got to dial back sometimes because there's so many people that I start interacting with that I'm like, I can't handle this now. I got work to do. I can't keep. So it gets crazy, but that's what it is, man. This was the wave. And it's just funny that when I first started, K Flexen was doing Madden content. I didn't know there were any Dolphin content creators. And then I found out like 3 or 4 months into it, oh, this guy named Dudley Durong. And we hit it off right away, worked together, and was in our own lane doing our own thing. And that was it. That was it. Nothing, nobody. Dudley Durong, TD PHINS TALK, K Flexen, but he played Madden, but he did deliver news here and there, but it was really primarily Madden. And that was it. And we rode out for like a year and a half, maybe, just us in the trenches, growing, platforms and a community. And you fast forward today, there's 100 Miami Dolphin creators in some capacity. There are 100 Miami Dolphin creators in some capacity. That's an estimation by me, but there is. I'm telling you, I'm probably very confident in that now. Every day I see somebody with Dolphin branding, Dolphin show that I've never seen before. Every day. Every single day. Because remember, I do this. So every single day, I'm seeing somebody making a video about the Dolphins with some type of, graphics and, oh, look. And then I'll go and I'll check it out because I always want to hit the like button and I always want to support creators, always, no matter what. I'll go check them out and then I'll be like, oh, started the channel. The first show was, 9 months ago. I never knew that. Oh, they doing it consistent. So they really doing this, And then some people ain't doing it consistent. Oh, okay, they just doing some stuff here and there, trying to feel it out. So I'm in tune with the community, but I'm telling you, there's like 100. There's like 100, man. And if any of you 100 are out there listening to this right now, my biggest advice to you, because I know the blessings this can turn into for anybody. And I want everybody to find fulfillment in what they're doing. I'm not saying success, fulfillment, because some of you just want to talk Dolphins ball. It ain't to build nothing. It's just to talk ball. So whatever fulfillment for you. But here's my biggest advice. Run your own race and don't pay attention to nobody else's. Focus on you being better and better and better in what you do. And seek feedback. Seek feedback and be open to the feedback. Because in this world, feedback is all that matters. It's not what you think. Because if it's what you think and nobody's watching you, you got to stop worrying about what you think. They're the viewer. What do they think? And I ain't saying be fake or give them what they want like that. But some people will tell you about your show and how you should, hey, maybe you should do this in your show. That might help. I didn't like this. Think about those things. Think about them. Another suggestion. Stop letting people curse on your show. It's going to happen. You might bring a guest on and they slip. Oh, hey, let them know. Hey, keep it PC over here. Because you're selling yourself short from families. A dad can't sit in the car and watch your show with his son over there in his own little world when everybody on there cursing at each other. You're limiting yourself to people that's okay with just blatant outright cursing, which is fine, but that is a smaller audience that you're going to attract. Think about that. These are some of the things to think about. And y'all know, you've seen me on this show. We have a clean show as far as like obscenities and profanity and all that. We always have a clean show in that regards. I might, exaggerate and make jokes about stuff, but for the most part, it's clean. But y'all also seen people come on here and curse, and we check it, and not in a bad way. Hey, keep it PC. We got kids that love the show too. Think about that. That's something that's important. Because I see some guys that know ball for real, but they out there just blasting their mouth away, man. I can't have my son listening to you. I'm okay hearing it, and some grown-ups aren't because they don't want that in their ear, but I'm okay with it. But now I can't because I ride in the car and listen to you in the morning taking my kids to school, but I can't now. Can't send them to school. The first thing they hear is 3 guys cursing at each other. Calling each other dumb. Like, think about this stuff. People calling each other dumb on the show. Just say you're wrong. I disagree. You see what I mean? You see the difference there? And dumb ain't a curse word, right? But look at the optics. My kids in the car. I don't want y'all going to school picking up their word and using it in school. Insulting other people, being a bully, whatever. I mean, these are the things that parents think about. Some parents, a lot of parents think about. This isn't clean enough for my child because I want my child to be. We grew up around it. It wasn't nothing. But most parents in today, I think most parents want their kids to have a better, cleaner life than they did. They see some of the things that aren't as becoming or is going to limit. Think about it. It's going to limit their potential in the future. You wonder why the generations repeat themselves? Because the kids acting like the parents. At some point, the parents got to grow up and make sure them kids around them are being raised up better, trying their best, because it's easy for us to identify what our parents didn't do or what we didn't like, but we don't instill that in our kids. We don't try to correct that with our kids. These are the things you got to think about. Especially fathers, and I'm not saying this isn't mothers, but it's the one group of people that, like men, I know this, well, a real man at least. A real man, the one thing The one goal he got in life is to make sure his kids are better than him, especially his sons. It's the one person that will never be jealous of you. And if your father is ever jealous of you, then something is really wrong with him. But that's the one person that you can count on, especially as a man, to never be jealous of you. Father can only be proud of his son. The higher he climbed, the prouder a father is. The prouder a dad is, man. I want you to elevate past me, especially if you're a dad that goes to try to get it as best as you can yourself. If you're trying to go out there and do as best as you can for yourself, you want your son to elevate, and then you want to teach your son, man, make sure your boy is better than you. So I'm open with my kids. Listen, man, your daddy did this in the past, been through that. You know, my oldest, I don't want y'all making those mistakes. You have no excuse. You got somebody to tell you ahead of time. You got somebody to warn you. You always want your child to be better than you are, to elevate. When I say better, that can come in so many different ways. It ain't got to be, I want you to make more money than me. No, just be better. You know what? Don't sin like I did at the age I did, or at all, Avoid this, because this is what it always turns out to be. But you can have a way more prosperous, successful life sooner. Your daddy in his 30s and 40s grinding to reach his goals. You can do it at 20. Sooner than that, but I'm just saying you can do it before. And when you do, see if your son can do it even sooner. And then your son's son, see if he can do it for 3 generations down the line. You know what I mean? It's just like, at least that's how I feel. That's how I feel. So my suggestion, it goes deep for me, the way that I think about this stuff. I think about human behavior too, so think about that in these shows, man. How is your show presented? How is your show presented? And that don't mean mine is presented perfectly. I'm very blatant and upfront, and, some people just want PC. They don't want the true opinion, but a partial piece of that. But, don't go too in depth about it. That's what some people prefer. But I don't give them that. So I lose out on a certain group of people as well. So you got to find the balance that works for you, but make sure it's something that works. Make sure it's something that works. So, and I always say, if it ain't working, then something you're doing isn't right. Something you're doing isn't right. So take that, think about it. And another piece of advice, although you're running your own race, which means keep pushing forward. Stop comparing yourself to somebody you think you better than, but why are they growing sooner? Why are they having more success? I do this, I'm better, I do it more, all that. Run your own race, man. Run your own race. This channel right here, TD Phins Talk, I never put an advertising dollar in it in 8 years. There are some people that do. They put advertising dollars in it, and the algorithm picks it up to more people. It's at the top of Google. When you type in Miami Dolphins, you see a link to their video or something like that. They put money into it. Okay, everybody run their own race, but that's why you can't be comparing yourself, because you're not them. You're not me. I'm not you. Run your race, all while not sleeping on collaborations. Anybody that wants to start podcasting and stuff, collaborate. Introduce yourself to their audience and introduce them to yours. Who knows? There might be a lot of people that love them and they start watching them too. But then there are people that may love you and they start white. And you know, I don't collab much. I know it's like, well, you don't collab as much. I try to do it on the K. I used to a lot, but when drama hit the scene, you gotta pick and choose what you do. You gotta dial back and run your race. That's why for about a 2.5, 3 year period, I probably only had 2 or 3 collabs. Like the 2023, 2024, 2025, I didn't do many collabs because I didn't want to be a part of the drama and people taking sides and who they. Nah, let me run my own race while this mud is out here, you know. And I'm just starting to get back into collabs, a few, just starting to, and mainly because I love working with people that also have talent. So I work with people, and I just want to, you know, work with them on occasions. You know, iron sharpens iron. And I try to have good shows. I try to be a better person who can be on camera with other people and not interrupt as much, know when to interrupt and know when, you know, just want to have a better, you know, stage presence and stuff like that where I'm delivering, where people enjoy. See, it's one thing. I can come on here and tell the truth all day, but y'all also want to occasionally enjoy the content. So you have to, I don't want to use the word perform as if it's performative and fake of what's happening, but you have to give people the energy that puts you at your best. That's why I have a lot of fun. That's why I have a lot of fun on the show. I crack jokes, the Matt Castle thing. That's not planned. It was funny to me, and I'm gonna give it to y'all in a funny way that I can because I'm chilling with my family right now, y'all, my family, and we're joking, just like we're in the living room joking, you know. And that's what I like to deliver from a putting on a show standpoint. Be yourself. That's what I do. I'm myself. Y'all are right in this room with me. And we kicking back, having a good time, laughing and just talking and making jokes about stuff. While I'm telling y'all what I think and my opinions about all these matters. And people rock with me. That's what it's about, man. So don't switch it up, but try to clean it up, I would say, because I watch a lot of shows out here because I'm a Dolphin fan too. I don't want to just hear myself and my opinion. I want to hear what other people got to say. So I watch some of these shows. But again, it's tough. I got to wear earbuds in the car because I don't want it on the speaker because everybody cussing each other out and stuff, you know? So, and think about that because it's better if I could put it on my car speaker because I got 2 Dolphin fans in the car with me. They might want to tune into it by themselves and they can be trusted to do so because they listen to it all the time. So they got it on their own phone. You know, these are the things you got to think about. Like it's word of mouth. People talk about me. Oh, I found you through my friend. He told me about you because I live in Jersey and I'm a Dolphins fan out of state. But he told me about you. People ain't going to tell nobody about nobody when it's something that they can only listen to in private. That's what I'm saying. I'm a Christian. I go to church and I do certain church events and I work with the youth. I can't just be blasting, you know, some of the shows because this will pop out at any time, you know? So think about all that stuff, man. But it is what it is. So I'm just saying, I just think that's important out here for all these content creators is trying to make content, smoking on camera, all kind of different stuff. All that it matters, whether you agree with it or not, or whether you find a problem with it or not. Your overall audience, would they find a problem with it? You know, so think about it. Think about it. Because I want as many people as possible to provide great content. And I know it's getting crowded out here, which makes it harder. It makes it harder. And that's why I thank God that I was able to establish something early, just like Doug. You know, we were able to establish things early because it's harder now. If you're a content creator covering the Dolphins right now, we ain't running the same race that you guys are running. I'll be the first to admit it's harder for you because I had to get it out of the mud one by one by one. Big show. We just added 300 people to the family. Wow. Like, think about it. That's mind blowing. Took 6 months to get 1,000 subscribers. I've gotten 700 in a day before. I've also lost 900 in a day before over some tour mess at the beginning. But I'm just saying, so the competition wasn't out there like that. So we were able to build and establish and become brands that people know, whether good or bad. So the people that are jumping into it now, not only is the grind harder, but you even got to get discovered. Like a lot of people don't even know you exist. So run your own race, man, and just one at a time, and cherish every person that watches you and see and interact with them. Like people that have been on this channel 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, they know. TD was in that chat, reading that chat, talking to my new family members. I want to do this. I want to, be somebody who the Dolphins community can trust the information that I'm giving. So let's start building some relationships. Do that too. Don't just build relationships with your co-hosts and just go at it all day. These people watching. That's why I don't miss when I see green on my screen. Doug Williams, 2064. I see that green. He's a member. I want to shout him out. I'm very appreciative of him being here, rocking with me. I don't view him as somebody that spends money as a member. Oh, I gotta. But no, man, he invested in what I'm doing. He's invested in me. He believes in this content to the point to where he becomes a member. Hey, salute to you. Thank you for even showing. And those who can't become a member, I read your comments. This is stuff like right now. I'm on this big old Facebook trip. I got a Facebook entry just came in. Sean Keeter, we're all Fin family. Like Sean, salute to you. I just start turning my Facebook lives on. It's a whole nother family over there that can be built that we bring into the fray. We all family. So I get excited. So I read Sean's name. And now I might see Sean in a month from now. I might remember his name. Oh, what's up, Sean? Or I won't. You remember me? No, I probably don't. So that might happen depending on how often he comments. But I start building a Jay Pagan. I done seen that name on my screen 5,000 times. I know that's one of my guys. What's up? So, and I'm definitely going to read the question now, because he's always King Jamie in here. See, I know these. I don't know these people. I ain't meet them. I met some of them, and I've seen King Jamie on the call-ins and everything. In person, I think, too. But I build these relationships with these people, and I know their name. I know their name. When I read stuff like what Batu Tahil or something like that, forgive me. When I read, are you risking credibility by being optimistic, TD? It's safer to say we're going to be trash. I love these questions. Some people can take offense to it. Some people can look at it as just a question and answer it. But I'm an intellectual. So first thing he asked was, are you risking credibility by being optimistic? Because it is a jungle out here and it's competition. I don't want to lose credibility, because if I lose credibility, people will not watch me anymore and they'll go watch somebody who they feel is more credible. But my answer to that is I don't care about the credibility, because the only credibility that I need is my relationships with the audience. Whether I'm right or wrong about something, I'm not gauging that credibility. I am telling people what I think as an opinion and telling them how convicted I am about it, because they're right here in my room with me. That's my homegirl. That's my boy. We sitting here chilling, talking about it. That's how I look at it. So if I'm wrong, is my guy or my homegirl, are they going to stop talking to me? Not in real life. If we're friends, See, that's what I don't want. I don't care for just I listen to you just because you know what you're talking about. That's good. But I'm trying to have a family atmosphere here. Your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your best friends, they done all been wrong about something. They steal your mama, your cousin, your brother, your daddy, your best friend. They steal that. So I don't worry about credibility if I'm wrong. I truly believe something. I'm telling you it. And if I'm wrong, dang, I was wrong. It's no different from me sitting down on a Sunday saying, oh, the Chiefs about to beat the Cowboys. And the Cowboys win. Dang, I was wrong. I'm losing credibility. We don't lose credibility on predictions. And anybody who's counting the credibility, we have a conditional relationship. I don't care for conditional relationships. We either rock with each other or we don't. If I rock with you, you're going to do something stupid or do something bad. I'm still going to rock with you. Now I'm going to tell you about yourself. Tell me how wrong I was in the chat. But losing credibility, that's something everybody else is chasing. Those are the things that other people are saying, don't listen to that person. They're not credible. They're using it as a leverage point of competition. I'm not competing with anybody out here. And I know this is deeper than what many of y'all think the question is, but I'm saying that because that's also helping content creators understand, run your race, be you, you're a personality, but you also know ball. You want to talk about it. You want to talk about the team you love. You want to break down what you think about them. You want to give your honest assessment and opinion. Do I not tell y'all? Let me tell y'all the biggest part is beautiful to me, but a lot of people don't recognize this. This is what I can't tell you who to listen to, but this is what you're supposed to be listening to. If I give you an opinion, no matter how outlandish you think it is, do I not always tell you why I believe it and give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 evidential pieces to support it, whether you believe it or not? Do I not break it a logical reason, even if you don't believe in it? Don't I do that every time? Man, you crazy. Hold on now. Let me tell you why. We have a real conversation. You got to tell me that in the chat right now. Do I not at least give a reason or logical reason why I believe the things that I say, no matter how much you don't believe it, no matter how crazy you think it is? I give you a reason. I don't just come out here being a fanboy, say, oh, we gonna win this. We gonna do that. Now, if I do, I'm gonna tell you that's what I'm doing. I'm a fan. You see the extra laugh and giggle on my face when I say it. I mean, some things are just common sense. You know when I'm being a fan. But when I'm breaking it down and going over this content, I'm giving you legitimate reasons why I believe it. Now, you may kick back on some of the reasons and be like, nah, but I don't think that's going to happen either to allow that to happen. Maybe, but we having a conversation. That's what it's about. All the other stuff is almost like this competition that I'm not getting in. I'm just calling it, Sean, I'm just calling it like I see it. And maybe I'm wrong. But the only reason I'll be wrong is because new evidence suggests otherwise. And guess what? Another thing you got to notice about me, when that new evidence comes and I'm wrong, my whole opinion adjusts with the new data. And then people will listen to the show. Oh, you weren't saying that yesterday because you missed the first 10 minutes explaining here's where I was wrong. See, now, but here, now we know this. See, somebody said the other day, you over here raving about you love the Brooks deal, but you wanted him traded. I did want him traded. If you're going to be tanking and stuff, trade him. Give the young guys, Rodriguez and them, an opportunity. And they came in on the stream after I said that, and this is all they heard. Here's the beautiful part of this. It tells me we actually believe that we're going to compete. So I'm excited. Now I feel like they might actually go get some veteran edge players in training camp, on the back end of training camp, to come in and help. They're going to really put a team together. That's all they heard, and be like, oh, you flip-flopping. No, the new data just gave me a new picture. And now I'm going to explain that picture to the people. Now here's what I think. As I realized I was wrong about that, the new information that came in, that can only mean this now. It's not, stop keeping score. Stop keeping score. That's what the Tua era brought in. Keeping score on who was right and who was wrong. No, if I was right, everybody take the right information. Now, what does that tell us? Now we can understand our team better. If I was wrong, let's identify what made me wrong. Now, what does that tell us? That means we about to do this. We're going to try that. That's what this is. Like, stop putting me in this box with everybody else that's out here fighting over their opinions. Let's debate it, not fight. That's the fine line in our content creator community that people can't do anymore. And if you could put great shows together that don't fight but debate, with personalities having fun doing it, it's unstoppable. Look at the Dolphins collective. Do we fight? Do we insult? We debate. We give our opinions. We agree where we agree. We listening to each other though. Let me see if your theory on what's going on is like mine. We're listening to each other. That's why, hold on. You mean to tell me you believe and we can jump in? That's beautiful content. It doesn't get more beautiful than that. Why? And you can see that. That's why the show doing what it's doing is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Ain't no show in this community has had that kind of growth. And that's what it's about. All opinions in different corners of the way people see it should come together and start dissecting each position. And then saying, well, we'll see if that holds up. Respectfully. That's content, man. That's why I love being a part of shows like that. I want to be a part of more shows like that. But it got to be, bring your football acumen. Let's have some fun while we do it, but bring your football thoughts. And let's get on camera and have a blast and let it all out and be us. So content creators, that's why I say collaborations is important. But when you collaborate, start to look at, how would this look on a regular basis? Are they on that level? Can they understand what it takes to make good content? With other people. And that's what it's about, man. I'm about good content now. It's something new in me, by the way. I usually just do my thing, but I'm about good. That's why I'm trying to elevate everything I do. I try to do graphics now. I try to do, I like everything I can. I want a good show. And, I've been talking to some people about working together and doing stuff like that because I want to open those things back up. But good shows can be made and people just appreciate good shows. And this is what I learned from it when I first started the channel. And by the way, I'm really kind of talking to a lot of people who think about creating and stuff like that right now. One thing I realized and I learned, what made me start my channel, I couldn't get enough content. It wasn't enough out there. It was not enough. Like I gotta go to school 5 days a week, an hour away from my house, and I gotta go. I'm sitting there. Classes are split. One's at 9 a.m., the other's at 2 something, but the 9 a.m. ends at 10. But I'm not gonna drive an hour back just to chill for 30 minutes and drive back. So I'm just at the college chilling. listening to reading articles on the Dolphins. And this is an audio, ain't no video podcast. I don't even know what that looked like. If it wasn't ESPN, which was rare, they talk about the Dolphins, you'll get a little segment of something that happened in the week, but you ain't getting no Dolphin talk. So the only thing you could find is the little audio files, podcasts, I guess, but they were few in between. One or two. But you done on Monday, maybe Tuesday morning, nothing else is out there for the rest of the week until the game. You were searching for content if you like a diehard fan. Now in today's world, content is everywhere. So it's no longer about searching for content. It's about quality content. Not just quality in the graphics, which that matters. Not just quality in how it matters. But the collaborations, the conversations. I do a good job talking with just me. I can do that. I can still keep people engaged to talk about what I'm trying to get across. But nothing's ever going to be collaborations of different opinions and real debates and people like, I ain't think about that. And then great points that are being made that other people didn't think about. It's stimulating. It's stimulating. You enjoy, like, that was a great conversation. Wow, I didn't know that. Did he play with him? Oh, they don't know that. I know that. Like, you, in your mind, you're in the show and you're talking through the show. You're disagreeing in your mind with certain guys. Thank you for bringing that point up to another guy. Like, all of that stuff. And nothing can beat it. Nothing can beat a great show with a couple, two, three, or four guys having a great conversation about whatever it is that you're interested in. Nothing can beat it. Solo is all good, but nothing can beat that. So it's about, that's why I'm just saying, collaborate and see who you got chemistry with. And maybe y'all want to start doing something on a regular basis. And maybe you could build on to that. And next thing you know, you got something that people really enjoy. And you got to change the times. You can't grind and grow the way that I did. Even I'm adjusting. Even though I may have a leg up because it's already established. So grow with the times. Yeah. I mean, you saw the blueprint, but that blueprint changes. That blueprint changes with the times. And now AI is kicking in. How can you utilize it? If I had AI 8 years ago, I would have had 1 million subscribers. The things that took me 6 hours to do, the 5 hours it took for me to do this right here. Yeah, doing that in 30 seconds right now. Yeah, that took me 5 hours. I ain't gonna front. It took me 5 hours. I ain't savvy on all the different softwares and all that. I had to learn it. Man. Doug in here right now. I don't know what it is. You know what, Doug? Every time I'm having a conversation that's deep and goes back into the past when we started, you pop up. I don't know if you just pop up or somebody be like, hey, TD talking about you in the chat, in a good way, as always, of course. I don't know what it is every time, man, because I know we both be grinding, we both be working hard. And these days it's hard to check other people out. I used to watch Doug on a regular basis, but now it's probably, I see him maybe once every 2 weeks. Cause now, and I know for him, probably once every 2 months, because the grind is real and it's a whole lot more to do because we got a whole lot more opportunity. So, but yeah, man, I'm telling them, Doug, when we first started, every little thing, and Doug is an editor by nature, but still, when we first started, all this stuff was new. I'm sure he had to figure it out. I'm telling y'all, let me do it one more time. This took me 5 hours back in the day. I heard me I said back in the day, like it was 40 years ago or 20, about 7 years ago. But that took me 5 hours to do because I don't do all the editing. And now now I can edit. I can edit now. I just don't like editing because it's just time consuming. But yeah, there are people like y'all know Richie, the Jets media. He literally is baffled to this day. I don't understand how you've grown the way you have and you have never done a thumbnail. Like this thumbnail thing is new. Other than maybe 3 years ago when my daughter, she wanted some extra money in the summer. So I told her, okay, come work for me. I just don't give my kids nothing free, even though she ain't do much. But still, I'm going to make you think that you're working to get some money. So I would tell her, make a thumbnail, them things they put on the cover, for my videos. And she start making a few thumbnails. And then one of my biggest haters was like, he copying me. He never did thumbnails. Now look at him. I said, fool, I'm trying to get my daughter a summer job. And then when she was done for the summer, I didn't make thumbnails for another 2-3 years. So this thumbnail thing is new. It's new. So I just started doing it. And then I just started editing because Bleacher Report kind of changed up their format. They love short form content. They're asking us, hey, can y'all edit a little more for us instead of as many lives until the season start? So they love the short form content. And I said, all right, man, y'all teach me, I'll do it. So they put the resources together and all of that. And they taught, how they would like it done. And now they use my edits as examples to everybody else. This is what we want you to do in your edits. So everybody that's on Bleacher, they're using my videos. Here's an example of how they should look, the shorts and stuff. Y'all see some of my shorts if you follow me on TikTok, Facebook. Those are the two I drop. I don't even drop my shorts here on YouTube that I make, which is crazy. I ain't even doing everything I could be doing. I'm just saying. The short form content, the quick, all of them are, what do I do? Like a minute and a half, getting in and out on the subject, which a lot of people say is more successful. But yeah. I Doug in here and I'm missing what he's saying. LMAO, nah, I just got down to my office to do some work and you are my background. Oh man, that's what's up, man. See, Doug, what time it is? Doug, go to bed, Doug. It's 12:20, man. Go to bed, man. Oh man, well, I know Doug be busy in the day, so you got to get that work at night in. Yeah, I went to college for it and got a degree in film and audio, man. It's all new to me, bro. But it ain't new to me anymore, though. I understand it better, and I know I could do way more, but this is also a time game. How much time you got to do B-roll and all of that, so that's a whole nother thing. But anyway, dang, man, Doug, let me tell you what they're doing to me, man. They got me venting out. They got me talking tonight. They really do. I don't know what's into me. An hour in, I said, all right, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. Then somebody got me mad. Something they said about, I think it was CB83 was saying something about Tua. So I went on for 30 minutes. Then next, I told them, see, y'all done had me go on 30 minutes before I'm supposed to leave. Now, I'm telling them at an hour and a half, all right, I got to go now. Y'all done kept me longer. Here we are about to go on 3 hours. The wife probably sleep. We were supposed to have a 30-minute planning session that we have once a week. She gonna be like, oh, you missed it last night. But y'all, see, I'm in my room kicking it with my family. I told you, this is what I'm talking about. I don't even be noticing. I'm just in the room having fun with each and every one of y'all, my family. Thank y'all for tuning in to TD PHINS TALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Shout out to all the Miami Dolphin content creators, as I talked a lot about it in the comment section and in the show tonight. Continue, don't give up, but understand the times. This ain't the same race me and Doug was running early on. This is a different landscape in content creating. There's 100 of us out here now covering the Dolphins. So get creative, collaborate with people, and just make a great show. Make a great show that people can enjoy. I would recommend, don't look at myself, don't look at guys like Doug as the same race. We had already become established, so there are people who just rock with us. It's a different landscape out here now, so you gotta adjust with the times to be noticed. And you got to deliver when you are noticed. When you come across somebody's algorithm, you got to always be delivering and making sure you're giving good content. You have to. So that's just the reality. So if you're not at that level, up your game. Get in the lab, learn this, learn that, whatever it takes, you know? So that's why I say run your own race. Don't compare yourself to others. And believe in what you're doing and believe in what you believe and deliver it. Everything else will fall where it may. All right. So good luck. I'm always here. You hit me up an email. I answer quick questions. If anything extensive, I got to the point where I'm going to try my best to give you some time, but I can't give everybody a lot of time because I run out of time to do the things I got to do. So good luck. Good night to all y'all. Stay blessed as always. I'm always praying for our community. Outside of that, man, y'all get y'all some sleep. I got y'all up and y'all got me up. Peace. I'm out. See y'all later.